beyond the cosmic veils. Psychedelics, mind-bending flight, consciousness expanding into endless light. Open your mind, let it all unwind. Copper bones and cosmic dust, in what do you trust? Open your mind, leave the past behind. We're all just stardust, breaking free from rust. You crew wisdom, a collaborative dream. No more blind alleys, just a flowing stream. Question everything, seek what is true. The universe waits for me and for you. Open your mind, let it all unwind. Cover. Open your mind, leave the past behind. We're all just stardust, breaking free from rust.
Hey, my
What
thing
is
came
up?
out right.
It looks so good. Happy
did.
birthday.
Happy
I
birthday
just
to us.
finished. I just finished the birthday posts on social media.
Oh, did you? In the
Yeah,
countdown? Good
Yeah,
job.
during the countdown, I was getting them out on X. I was like, the party's starting now, and I got them on Facebook, and I tagged everybody.
Good job.
Seriously, who got this guy here? Always bragging is always the same thing. And putting us down.
Where'd you find this guy?
Look, I'm trying to learn, right? So I'm just instead I don't take notes, so I'm just out loud narrating all the things that I'm doing properly.
He's
It's
just
not
out in the
bragging.
world.
I'm
He's just out in the world.
I'm just here trying to be a good podcaster and have fun with my friends.
Okay.
What's wrong with you,
Exercise
Mr.
free will.
Humility? I'm trying to teach you something, man. I've been sitting next to him for over a year now, right? Okay, over a year now, I've been involved with this man publicly. And it does not matter how well he does something, how apparent it is, how obviously above and beyond what any average person would have even attempted to do. It's just you can see it. And you tell this fucker, hey man, that's a really good job. He goes, no, but see the last part. It was no, I'll do much better. You know, it's like, man,
So
stop,
humble.
dude. Stop.
Being so damn humble.
He is so humble. He is so humble. But you know, it is healthy.
Not humble, just imperfect. It's just different.
we
just
all
trying to get. We're trying to get better.
That's why I
Jason,
That's why I
you will
celebrate my small
spend
wins.
The rest of your days trying to reform him. It won't happen. That's why you guys are like the perfect duo, because you're
I
such
know
opposites.
It's
That's
nice
why I don't read my own things,
tug of
because
energy.
I can't stand it.
Yeah, I know.
So, I never open one of my books.
I've never seen one of my videos.
Never.
Like it's do it and put it out. You know, it's
Yeah, but I was
get that part.
But I thought when I like making offs and behind the scenes and that academy interviews that they make. I don't know if they still make them. Actors Academy or something like that. I can't remember the name. But the thing is,
the Academy Awards.
No, not the Oscar.
It's like the behind the scenes.
It's exactly where they are graduated. It's so several acting schools or universities then have that. It's like their lodge. Well, let's put it that way. It's their center right? And they interviewed to the students great actors there, right? And Actor Guild Studio is something like that.
Screen actors.
And many of them would say, what do you think of your movie? You said, I have no idea. I never watched it. And that makes me, I was thinking, how could you not watch your own movie? How do you know what it came out? Because the cut makes a movie completely different, right? You don't even
I
know what it is.
guess.
And they didn't. And now I understand it because I don't read my own books. Because if I do, I have to rewrite them again. So,
Don't read them.
yeah, because they're terrible, I'm sure.
Oh God. Okay.
No,
Sarah and I
Ricardo-
watch our stuff back all the time. Don't we,
I
Sarah?
rely
Yeah, but
on
there are
feedback.
different ways
Right.
to
Ricardo
perfection.
sends me things to read, so you rely on feedback. I mean, you don't just go blind, but there is a thing. I mean, I will once in a blue moon, like when Ricardo, I watched back a little of our episode the other night just because we went all over the place and I thought I was pretty good at holding a through line, but I wasn't sure, so I kind of wanted to fast forward through and just see if I held my point. And even that was like, it's not that it bothers me. I just I don't, I was there, I did it, and somebody will let me know if there was a problem.
What have I done?
What do you mean?
He's being so critical. What have I done when you were watching?
I was
the
being
show?
so critical of what, myself? Screen Actors Guild. Thank you, Miss
Yeah.
CMS. Yeah,
Yes.
SAG AFTRA.
Sad.
Yeah.
It's our birthday, Sarah.
It
Happy
is.
birthday!
Happy birthday. This is your birthday song. It isn't very long. Hey.
Yeah. One whole year I've
Dang
had
it.
my dolly.
I
A whole
know.
year. A whole year.
I don't
Ricardo.
remember what day we actually
Let's-
started it on.
Well, you know what? We could go into Discord and actually I could go into my email because remember in the very beginning, you were trying to get a hold of me, but there was a fudge up with my email. It's like I couldn't get your email.
It didn't want
Right?
us to talk.
Right. It was like you had been trying to contact me for like a couple of weeks or something on
About your
account of
car's extended
Ricardo.
warranty. It
Yeah.
sure was.
And yeah, I couldn't I wasn't getting the emails. And David was like, "Hey yo, like the institute's trying to get a hold of you." And I'm like, "What?" Yeah.
Who's those guys?
Who are these people?
I ain't giving any money.
Ricardo, why don't you explain to people the moment you realized that Sarah and I should be hooked up to make the podcast?
Yeah, and in that answer,
Tell us the
Ricardo,
origin story, please, Daddy.
compound with the origin story. I'm trying to place where it was in our conversation. They were when our first very long conversation, when you were talking about a podcast with young ladies, and you were like, one day down the road, maybe your daughters would, because I've got these great two ladies that are, fine examples, right, and all that. I'm trying to place like so I'm interested to get the whole arc of this thing. All right. It's your and I showed it. Why did I show that?
Okay, first of all, we're putting him on the spot because this man does not remember anything.
I bet he will. I bet he will. Will help.
Conceptually, perhaps. Specifically, not.
I thought I was helping place it by reminding you that you and I first encountered in the origin.
Let's just understand one
I
thing.
was hurting Sarah. I thought it was helping.
I have serious problems with memorizing names, places, dates.
It's a birthday
Conversations.
party.
So, but I'll do my best.
Okay.
So, Sarah was not only amazing in everything that she was doing, she, to me, had the potential that was being clearly shown to do much more and be like this public front that she is amazing at. And then Dave was telling me about this friend from childhood that he wanted to You didn't wait for us to. Okay, now 1, 2, 3. Yay! And so after a very long period of time, eventually Dave and Jacqueline us have a talk, and I don't remember if it was on that first talk that it came to me that this was a perfect team between Sarah and Jacqueline. Although I didn't know Jacqueline that well, but
It was our very first talk that you said to
well,
me.
it's more channeling than being something. So it just came to me, right? As I usually say, I don't think. So, and there we have it. A year later, and to me, and I say it again, it is the best show on the internet. I have no doubts about it. It might not have the numbers to show it, but it doesn't make it less good.
I feel like you're very biased in this.
I'm
He's
not.
biased.
It has
However-
everything. It has everything that a show should have, right?
Thank you.
Because if you go
He
to,
says that all the time, and we're like, yeah, right.
Okay.
it's true. Because go to any big show, right?
Claim it. It's yours. There's people watching right now going, what the hell is it? Just claim it, ladies. There you
Okay,
go.
fine.
It's
Sure.
your birthday. You got to shut up and you got to take the good
Okay.
things we say.
Okay.
And you got to, like, technically, the way it works is you do have to claim it. If you reject it, that's
It's
just.
all the small things. It's the color, it's the production, it's the voices, it's the content, it's the way it's presented. All of it, to me, make it a package that has no equal. There's some podcasts out there that have maybe 70, 80, or 90% of what you have, but it don't have the whole package, right? And that's why I consider it to be the best. It's like Joe Rogan has lots of views, but it's quite boring to watch a bald guy with a huge microphone in front of him talking to people, right? Because
Okay. Yes.
and people enjoy it.
You ever tried elk meat before?
I made it through all of Graham Hancock and Randall Carlson's episode.
Yeah, I
You
did.
know what? I'm a
that's-
fan of Joe Rogan, so I've watched many hours.
I
Many,
love Rogan.
many.
It's no insult.
I will actually correct that. I have not
say that-
watched it. I've listened to it
To say
because
that
there ain't
4.5
nothing to
hours.
watch.
No,
May not
I
be
did.
the greatest
I
content
did.
on the web.
Yeah, I did watch many of them. I think the last one I watched was either Neil deGrasse Tyson
Mm.
or Elon Musk.
I
but,
did watch Elon. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Shout out to
but
Uncle
there are
Elon.
some highlights, right? The one
Sure.
that Graham Hancock was talking to the
Flintibble.
the skeptic. The Flintibble, I didn't watch most of it.
No.
The
that
skeptic
one.
that I can't remember the guy. I
Who
received
was?
his newsletter, and the guy didn't know what Gobekli Tepe was. He was there to discuss
Oh,
history,
right.
but he was denying him because it doesn't exist. And I said, "Sorry, but it does exist." Right? So that guy had a fall down in his career at that point.
Sure.
Michael Scrimmer. Michael Scrimmer.
Okay.
was his name.
Yeah.
Another highlight was his show with the guy from Mushrooms, Stemmons, Paul Stemmons.
Oh, Paul Stamets.
Yeah, very good too.
Shout out my homie.
And Graham Hancock, of course, and so on. And
Yeah.
So forth. Randall Carson.
Yeah.
But
There's
it
certain-
is
there's certain-
just that limited thing,
Yeah.
right?
There's certain episodes to watch. Yeah.
And then
but-
you have the other extreme that you both
Visuals
like a
are
lot.
quite
That is
helpful in those
the-
such episodes. Yeah.
The guy with the fish.
Oh, yeah.
That is clearly trying too much, which you don't need because you have it
I
all on
like
yourself.
it. You know what? I'm there for the
Yeah,
fish.
it's trying too much.
Yeah,
It's trying
there
too
for the
hard.
How
fish.
dare you?
How
How
dare
dare
you?
you?
You're missing
Me
you're
and
missing an
And
important
Gertie are perfectly
factor.
happy over here.
You're missing an important factor of the show, right? Like
Mm.
how I came to love the show, and this was back before, I don't know, I didn't have fucking friends, and I didn't
Which
know
show?
what was popular.
Y-Files?
Y-Files, the
Okay.
first. Yeah, we're talking about the fish, right?
Mhm.
Y-Files. Yeah. Okay. Is exactly what Ricardo's doing right now. You're missing the entertainment factor, and that when you're wishing to tune out to something and your only options are mainstream, generally propaganda driven films or television options, you wish to tune out while also absorbing something relatively true about the three-dimensional world. That is the type entertainment you're looking for.
Ow.
And I loved it, and I would watch it like that hour before bed when
No,
you're
I'm sorry.
when
I
you're
can't-
wanting to kind of just switch it
Ricardo
off, but
hates it.
also
I don't like
Ricardo,
it. I
He
don't
doesn't
like it.
like it.
It's
okay.
it's like you've
That's why
been
he does.
promised.
I'm figuring out why he doesn't like so much of my comedy now.
It's different because you go into depth into the subject, and the guy doesn't. It's just superficial. I can't stand that.
Yeah,
Right?
but
Good
it's like
time, okay?
Until they
It's
get
it's
to-
like for the
kindergarten.
average.
It's
It's meant to
kindergarten.
be for the
it's just-
average person.
yeah.
and
Yeah.
okay,
Ricardo
no,
doesn't do
let me-
anything averagely, so he doesn't get it.
He's humble except when it comes
Yeah.
to intellectual properties. And
Yeah,
it's,
he can only go all the way or nothing at all. That's what you
I
get.
will
with
not go
Ricardo.
to the circus and eat your bread. Thank you kindly. I am in the box.
I was
have
taken to
wine
the circus
and
as a
books.
child and didn't like it.
And he didn't like it.
I thought it was ridiculous, and those clowns, seriously. And the thing is, regarding to the second part of the question that I was
I'm gonna
asked,
start giving
Jason,
away some-
I'm
one of my
starting.
items I was asked to bring since you don't
Yeah.
like clowns. Then we're just-
I'm starting to think.
Is this
that you-
bothersome? Is this
Yeah.
bothersome, Ricardo?
No, not at all.
Does it bring flashbacks or trauma of the first
Childhood
circus visit?
trauma.
Did he
No.
offer you peanuts? And when you put your hand in the box, was there something besides a salty peanut?
No,
I mean, is
it,
there?
it reminds me a character from Asterix and Cleopatra.
Cleopatra.
Cleopatra, sorry.
Cleopatra.
So
The wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable.
I'm getting some signs here that Jason has misunderstood something completely.
Mm.
These two
Often.
young ladies that are doing a podcast has nothing to do with the podcast that I'm trying to do for years with young people. Really, really, really young people. So I still
Like a
need
kids
your
cast?
daughters, right?
Yeah, the kids podcast.
Yes, the
Gotcha.
kids podcast.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Well, there's three of them here for the
So that's
summer.
why I haven't heard any news. It's
Yeah,
great.
yeah. There's three of
Oh.
them, and one of them has access to a vehicle of her own. So yeah, they're not around much. The rain's keeping them in here today, and they're probably
Yeah, so
asleep.
it's good to have a grounding of a show every 2 weeks or a show every week and so on.
I will again seriously confront the issue later today.
Good. Now that that's
Check.
settled,
Yes,
happy
thank you.
birthday!
Oh, thank you.
From tomfoolery to board meeting in a flash,
This
faster
is
than a
how we
Tesla.
do. This is how we do.
That's it.
Thank you, Padre. The Padre. We've been
The
calling you the
Podfather.
Padre. Yeah, the Podfather. He's the Podfather. We've been calling you that for a year now. It's been a year.
Okay, background.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, just to wrap up Ricardo's year, I remember hearing from him a great deal about two ladies and a podcast. And it was
Mhm.
Universe Unveiled, right? Now, remember, I know nothing. I had kind of just gotten on X, right? I
Mhm.
kind of just started paying attention to the field, right? And I got Dave. Dave reached out really quick too, right? And a couple others, and some negativity, right? But in that field was Ricardo. I ignored the first one. That's what you always do. Ignore the first one, he's kind of, yeah, awesome. Smiley face, and you just let it sit there, see if it jumps back, right? Okay, well, Ricardo jumped back, and just quite as the same. And let's cut this part short. So in our long conversation about each other, he says, listen, I got the show I want you to do. And he starts telling me about these two. Now, here's the crazy part. Even though I'm getting serious, there's always a crazy part of the story. I make my moves based on spirit, right? I really try to all the time, constantly. That's the way I try to operate in this world. And Sarah knows quite well that numbers talk to us. Her and I have instantly tagged in on that. Well, when I'm sitting there kind of contemplating about going with you ladies, right? I'm used to picking numbers off tags, and I know it sounds ridiculous to people, but to those of us that are in touch with fourth dimensional reality,
If you know, you know.
in a higher consciousness, you know what it means when your spidey senses go off, or when spirit tells you, hey, look there, and you barely look, and there's and it presents itself on its field of vision in some way. Well, that instance occurred twice, right? There's this license in front of me, and there's a U right next to each other in the middle of whatever numbers, right? And so it's got my attention, you know. I'm sitting there going, "All right." And then that car moves away. The one in front of it has a Y, like a letter Y, U, right? Now I know that means, okay, I've got it's U, and Y, these two. And so I have to dive in, and I do, and I open myself up, you know, completely and comfortably because of those spiritual verifications I've received, right? And I'm so proud a year later to be sitting here, right? And I flash back quickly in my mind all the guests, all the moments, all the accomplishments you two have had before you, you know, with Ricardo and I jumping in here once a month to kind of just peek around, you know, and then get our personal update with watching how you're growing. I remember when you were scared to go live, you know. I remember like the way I felt when I was first with y'all. You know, we were recording, but I was like even
Going live?
ball-
No.
it was a ball of nerves just recording with you
Mhm.
two, you know, and to watch you two, and with each progressive leap, you know, I watch you just as I'd want to watch my own daughters, you know, accomplish something and grow with something, right? You see each leap, you see the nerves, you know, you see the little foibles behind, like, oh no, I think this is huge, I dropped something, you know, you see all of that, but you see just within an instant, like the boat steadied, you know, like it didn't even happen, just waiting for the next uptick in growth, you know, the challenge. And so I'm very proud. All the antics and the well placed, you know, comedy aside, I couldn't be prouder to watch you two. I've watched you navigate social media. You know, I've watched you navigate the Lee Claire incident, right? I've watched you navigate.
Oh, we couldn't have a birthday celebration without bringing that up.
Well, we will, but right now I do not want his attention to take away from you two, you know. But that shows you the height, right? And I've watched all these other people, okay, that we've engaged with, how some of them have engaged, not, you know, how social media can eat up some people, you know. There's ways to navigate all of this stuff, and I've sat here and I've watched you navigate all of these challenges and these trials that come with growth, you know, of any channel, right, or anybody attempting this game, you know, called podcasting. And I could not be more proud. You know, I don't know how I'm ending up here with you, if I'm like completely honest with you, right? Because I'm watching you two in such a forward momentum way, and such an ease. Grace is a word that comes to mind, you know, with the way you've handled everything. Yeah, you guys should see some of the background meetings. You know, you've got me without doubt over here. This energy you see at the beginning, that's me in meetings, often going, "No, that motherfucker needs to hear that." And these two ladies are over here doing, you know, their job, you know, kind of tamping me down and going, "Okay, let's, you know," they're being quite professional the whole way. And really, it's just such an honor to even be associated with you on occasion. And I'm so proud of you, and a very, very, very happy birthday to you.
Thank you. It was very sweet.
Thank you, Shaman. You'll
Brother
always be
Shaman.
Shaman to me, by the way.
Brother Shaman.
Brother Shaman.
Yeah. Yeah, and who else? Who else would we hang out with? It's like the four of us, like riding at dawn for the last
It
year.
is. It really is. Through all of the growth and challenges, and I'm not going to talk about myself, but guys, and just to give you a hint of the background, you know, we've got our own little chat group, you know, even though we all live, you know, relatively far apart, and have managed to sort of, you know, get that a little closer. Ricardo, hurry up, back
Join our
across the
Discord.
ocean, right? Join our Discord, exactly.
Mhm.
And we've got our own little ways in which, through these challenges, through these growths, you know, and me, like I remember my trip out of town, I'm going to this conference, you know, with all these other people in the industry, you know, and I'm like by myself, and it happened like overnight. And I'm like reaching out to you guys, like, all right, y'all are staying with me, right? And you guys know how on X I'll like do the videos. Well, I know, but I'm doing that in private, just to these two, you know, these three, you know. Okay, running through the airport. Okay, there's Dan Richards. All right, I'm gonna be cool, you know.
I'm gonna be cool.
It was like we were there.
Yeah,
It
I
was like
just
we were
talked
there.
to
It
random
was awesome.
person. I can't let these people know how fucking excited I am. I'm talking to you all about it, right? You know, and I got to put it down and act like nothing happened. You know, so they've really become family. So I'm proud to know them as people too. That should be thrown in, not just for what they've achieved here in this industry, and that they've decided to quite rightly and quite passionately and for all of the right reasons get involved in. They also are people that personally I've undergone their own challenges and all the things necessary that anybody with eyes that sees two such successful people before you, they know what that means. They know that you've had your own challenges, you navigated and continue to navigate, and yet you still pursue this out of the right place, out of the passion, out of the knowing what's true. Um, Happy birthday, girls.
Gracias.
Yeah, we're just trying to build a community of other
Yeah.
people like us, and you and Ricardo and
Yeah, for
anybody
me,
else,
the
Steve
podcast
and
is like the very first time I spoke with Ricardo, he said, "Oh, like I have this girl, Sarah, and she we're thinking about doing a podcast." And he did bring it up to me the very first time we spoke. And there was like a delay there by some time, couple of like I don't know, like a month and a half.
Yeah.
And then when Sarah and I finally connected, I specifically like I can picture me on that day. I was standing in the kitchen. She had sent me some emails, and then when we finally got to the point where we were talking in messaging on Discord, because I got added to the Discord that day, it was like instantaneous. I'm like, this girl is the shit. Like, I just loved her instantly. Like, I just
same.
honestly felt a really strong, instant, just
It's
love
a
for
lie. They
her.
both messaged me. I hate her.
No way. Like, since day one, and for sure, I know that sounds dramatic, like day one. Okay. But seriously, by like week one, I was like, this bitch is my ride or die. Like, I loved her
It's
instantly.
like I've known you all my life. Like,
Yeah. She just was like so cool and so normal and so genuine and so herself. And that is so rare. You meet lots of nice people, but a person that you can like honestly connect with, like on the level. And when you stray, they can follow you. They know what you're all about. Like they get your jokes. Someone who gets my jokes. Hello. Yeah. I was just like, completely all about Sarah from day one. I know it sounds dramatic, but it's for real. And yeah, like we just support each other 100%, everything. I don't have to explain myself to her. We don't have to overthink or overtalk things. We just kind of get each other. And that has honestly, like Sarah and I could do anything together. I feel like a podcast is a challenge, sure, but I feel like her and I could take anything on because we just get each other. So
we're
it
gonna
has
take over
been,
the world.
yeah, it has honestly been
Watch out.
like one of the greatest blessings of my life to just stumble into this situation where like I have so many people that I honestly consider like some of the best people I've ever known
That's
around me.
true.
So like
Same.
that's what you guys represent to me.
That's
Sarah,
true.
she's my ride or die. She's my number one. Shaman, you're like my brother. Like I feel
Right.
like I could call you anytime for anything and you would just be there. And like you're just this wild,
You
crazy,
would.
dear heart that I just adore you. I think you're such a good person.
Okay, it's not my birthday.
I know, but I just want to tell you. And I just want other people to realize like you can find your tribe. You can find your
Yeah.
people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Tastes bitter when it's upon you, right? Mm.
Shut up. I knew it was coming from you. I
Yeah.
knew it was coming from you. I tried to
Got
keep my
him.
mouth shut, and I should apologize for interrupting you. I really should.
And then Ricardo is just like he's the padre. He's the podfather. He has
It was a second from the yogurt being all over the camera. and computer.
How long has your hand been on the finger, bro? That was perfect timing.
That is like one of my most favorite moments of all of the things we've recorded. I'm crying. All the things we've recorded
Same.
when we did the interview with Ricardo and his intro, we played that music. And the look on his face was like to die for. It was the best. It's my favorite short on the page for sure. But yeah. Look at her.
It's just keeping it.
We could not
His
contain
finger's
ourselves
still on the
either on that
trigger.
episode.
It was so hard, and it was so
Padre.
early on, and we were trying to like keep our shit together and try to seem professional, but we just really wanted to roast Ricardo really badly. Sarah came up with that music. See, because look at
Yeah,
him,
it's
so
still on our
austere
media
and
board.
so serious and so professional all the time. Like he's the intellectual, he's the padre, he's
He
the
is.
president, and it just
We were like, we gotta break him immediately.
we
gotta
gotta break
him.
him. Yeah.
I
And
actually
so we
had
put that
somebody ask
music
me
in.
what's
let's
Ricardo's
eliminate
deal before
whatever
the show
little
today.
credibility there still is.
But like honestly, he puts up with Sarah and I. Like
He does.
he indulges us at every turn. So
And he makes sure all the rest of us do too, just so you know.
Like
I
Sarah-
think that they are confusing indulgence with the actually doing everything right that I couldn't better.
Oh, and he always says that too. He always says that too. But
Right.
it truly is. It was his vision and his recognition of two people that, like, he just innately knew, and so it's like divine intervention from the Padre. Yeah,
Sorting hat from Harry Potter.
the
He-
Sorting
he was-
Hat from Harry
he's a
Potter. That's
conduit.
what he is. Yeah.
And
He was
now
a
for the
conduit.
chat. Look, there's so many people in the chat.
Oh, are there?
Now for the
And-
chat. He doesn't want us
Okay,
to
well,
talk about
hang
him.
on. Well, I got to echo Jacqueline's statements about both of you, and I'll do it quickly. Ricardo, you were the conduit, but then Sarah, I mean, right away, right? She opened to me, and I knew one thing, guys, that if I was proceeding in any way with an organization or with any people, that there was one thing I was going to have to do, and that was be just honest, right? Just be myself.
Well, he came to the
And-
right place, bro.
Right, I know. And what am I expecting? I'm quite expecting what's normal, just a laugh and a refusal, right? Because some of the things that will come out of my mouth, if you're still in the matrix, as it were, might seem quite crazy, right? So I'm sort of prepped for that. But instead, what I got back was something that was lacking for me. I guess maybe I hadn't noticed the lack. Maybe that's part of the thing, right? But that I was able to not only completely be myself, but when I had someone be their self back, whether it was the same words or different words, it echoed, it rang true, right? It completely rang true and encouraged me to even be more honest, right? To in the moments when I see those numbers now, I just send them to Sarah, and just go look at it, right? I could share parts of myself, and I've since in this past year, I have picked up the value of one human being in my life, who I can do that with, right? But all of that is said to this, that when I encountered these human beings, that was not something I knew, and it was something that they innately were. And there's no words, ladies, for gentlemen, for what that means for a human being when you're most likely, because the world has trained you to expect rejection, right? so you're just you're akin to that. Part of you probably learn to just like it and have fun with it, right? But that if it's going to work, you got to be yourself. So for me to do that and to receive somebody being their self back, and for it to ring so true and to find acceptance, right? That would be the message that I hope that anybody that's watching this birthday celebration hears, because it was my experience, right? And I'm not saying I was in a dark place or I just needed people, but I just found the tribe, as you describe. I found people that were willing to say, "Are you one of us?" As I was reaching out, doing sort of the same thing. Or am I one of you? Are you one of me? It's
Find
just
the others.
That's it. And so I wanted to echo that before we move on to any comedic business. That it's
Comedic
been,
business
it's
around
been
here.
divine
Who
intervention.
do you think you're hanging out with?
and by the grace of God, that this whole thing's in motion. And
It's true. It is
Yep.
true. Yeah. You always find the best things, I find, when you're not looking. You
Yes,
just trip and fall into
every
it.
time.
Yeah.
They're the
I
best
wasn't
side
looking for y'all.
quests.
I was not looking for y'all.
And then, right, they become the main quest, and that's
Yep.
Yeah.
in the places
we're
that most
gonna
people
go with it.
would not be looking for it. Perhaps like us, maybe you get wizened, and you do start to learn to look in the unexpected places.
Right.
But for sure, it comes in the
Oh.
packages you did not expect in the place you were not looking for.
Hey, Tam.
Hey,
I'm just
Tammy.
hey, Tammy. Tammy is another one who is quite,
Hi.
graciously sort of linked herself in with the Institute. She joined us over in Discord, and I see evident, right? I don't even talk to Tammy a lot, so I don't mean to read anything. Tammy, correct me, but I see evident, right, in what she's doing, that she has gotten something. She's gotten encouragement, right, for her
Mhm.
passion that has always been evident. Now it seems like she's maybe notching it up, right? And
Yeah.
that is the same thing I
hope so.
found. Yeah, I hope so too, right?
Yeah.
Because that was sort
Do
of
it,
my
Earl.
arc with all this was I found encouragement, and I
Mhm.
found encouragement for my own stuff, and it's so valuable. Everyone looking, that's. I'll quit talking now, but it's just the truth, and I want everyone to know it, and I want more to come and find you girls and find us and what we're doing here. And happy birthday.
Oh, I'm getting so many feels, y'all.
Mm.
I know
Oh.
y'all want to play a team building exercise.
Of course we do.
Yes,
I
do
mostly
it.
want to
Now
see these two play
starting
that
to make
game.
let's get to the funny stuff. before I
But
get all emotional
Jason, just a
on
question.
TV.
You didn't have any meetings with Steve yet, have you?
I've had a few with Steve, yeah,
Mm.
You had to? Okay.
but mostly you were involved.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay. So you have to prepare at least 17 hours.
yeah. He's,
Cardinal Steve, shout out to Cardinal Steve.
Yeah.
you see all of this,
So much love for
this
Cardinal
We
Steve.
love some
flow,
Steve.
this flow,
Without
and this.
Steve, none of this is
It
possible.
we'd be all in the wind, right? You see all of
Honestly.
this, all of us in the moment out here,
Yes.
sort of flowing and working, and
Like
behind that is a
right.
rigging.
Unbelievable. Like this man puts so much into the inner workings of what the Institute is
The
formulating
structure
into.
is all Steve.
100%. Hands down. Like Steve reaches out and asks for help where he needs it, but the main skeletal system is the cardinal. And
Yep.
like I just sometimes the other day I asked him, listen, like I'm being dead serious. I have 24 hours in my day. You seem to have 48. I don't get it. Like because I feel like I'm busy, and then I feel like a dumbass when I say that to him that I'm busy because he's the busy one. He is so busy, like, and willingly so. So,
I used to always think he just woke up. That was my first impression of him when I get on meetings. I think he first woke up. And then I had a few private meetings with him, and I realized, no, you just
No.
don't sleep, man.
Yeah.
There's no way all this got done if you took a nap.
Like he's like, yeah, like he's done all. I was talking to him and he's like, yep, I've worked on this. It was 70 pages. Blah, 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 blah. And then he takes me outside, like I'm on the phone with him. He's got 4,000 acres like tilled because he's gonna put his garden in. I'm like, are you insane? You're insane. Yeah, he's something else. He's a going force. Like I don't know Cardinal Steve's origin story, and I don't know where he came from. I'm sure I'll get it someday, but
well, if you go to soon, we'll publish
the blog.
Yeah. And so, but you will see that he reached out just after we announced the intention to create the institute,
Okay.
and he was the major asset since the beginning. So
Yeah.
he was
No
the one
doubt.
that looked into all the legal stuff, all
Yeah.
the financial stuff, and put it all together.
No doubt.
And we are now a 501c3 thanks to all his work.
Yes.
And
Like
all
he
that
is
is to be seen.
relentless in his pursuits. Relentless. Yeah.
And all there is still to be seen. In fact, Jason, you haven't passed through it, but you have to.
I made a joke with him the other day. He's trying to nail me down to get a meeting, he said. And Sarah, that was before you and I met with him at the same time. And he was tickled pink that he got both of us at the same time. He loved that. And then like, because the timing never works out, right? And then he shortly after that messaged me back and said, and guess what? He was excited. He's like, I also have Ricardo tomorrow. And so I said to him, I'm like, wow, you're on a roll. Like he just loves that, like getting
He loves getting it done.
he loves getting work done.
when I started the blogs, after I don't know 9 or 10 pages that took 2 hours to read, I
Mhm.
asked him, "So, do we still have many to go?" "Oh, this is just a fraction."
Yeah, and he loves that. He loves that. And I sent him a meme of like a person trying to like arrange kittens in a row, and I said that's the IFNP board members and Steve trying to put like herd all of his kittens. Yeah,
Accurate.
accurate, 100%
Accurate.
accurate. Yeah, I don't know where he gets his patience from, but that man's full of passion.
Can't speak
So this-
highly enough of him.
No,
This 1 year
Yeah.
anniversary is also his anniversary.
is it?
Is it?
It is
No.
to him too. Is all part of what he helped to create. So
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
It's been quite a year, y'all.
It's been a huge year for us.
Yes, it has.
A huge year. Like not just for I mean, our podcast signifies the year, but since we started our podcast, IFNP has just experienced a lot of milestones and made a lot of in-ground. So
I probably
has.
did 20,000 miles.
yeah.
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 You did. It's funny because I've taken 2 million pictures since then. Literally, I've taken 2 million pictures. I did the math the other day. Yeah. So we've all been busy, but somehow we all come together and do our thing.
Yeah.
Bless it. Sarah, what's on the docket? What you got for us?
What's
Well,
official
we're gonna
today?
do. We're gonna do a little team building.
Look at the
Sounding
people
like-
I hang out with, honestly. Sarah has a little team building exercise for us, y'all. And since she's the
Does she?
director of PR, we have to do what she says.
I saw it on one of those viral video things, and I thought it'd be great to do for just some team building and just to
Since
kind of
we're all
like,
so mature.
yeah,
okay.
just to kind of like shoot the shit a little bit, and then we'll stick some history in there after that.
Okay.
Just like a celebratory, have a little fun day, and maybe get some laughs. So you all have a random object. Don't tell me what it is. Don't show anybody what it is.
Are we taking
what you're
turns? Or are we
gonna
all
do-
doing it at the same time?
We're going to go around the panel.
Okay.
So
Okay.
everyone has to get a little bit, get that bottle of water, put a little water in your mouth, and we're all going to show each other the objects that we brought, and whoever laughs and spits their water out or swallows their water, you're out. You lose.
Okay. Does the shower also have to drink water? Can they also lose?
Yes.
I can lose over my
So
own
no one
item.
talks. No one talks. We just show the items. Is that it?
Yeah, you can't talk. Everyone's got water in their
You
mouth.
got a mouthful of water. Okay.
So even
I
if
got
it's
my
your
water.
object, you can't laugh at the other people laughing at your
My
object.
laptop
So
is not insured. Just
Turn your head.
that's why I said just a little bit. When I was telling Jacqueline, I was like, not a lot of water, just a little bit. No one spit your water out all over your.
I'm not going
Hardware.
first.
Who's going first? We need to work out the order first.
Uh-oh.
The water.
Look at Jason.
What are you doing?
He's up to no good up there.
I already gave away a bunch of my objects, so I had to combine a couple that I hadn't.
Okay. I'm afraid.
No, I'm gonna get back with my computer
Oh.
because I already know.
If the water can't
Who's
come
going
out of my
first?
mouth, I might just pee myself instead.
I wouldn't.
I need a plastic bag, Sarah.
That's the old joke.
It's an
inside
old
joke.
one. It is.
I think Jason is building something.
He's got
Look at
some
him.
Legos over there. Look at his face. We did that
Now
on
what do I
Riverside,
do?
Jacqueline, and it made a short out of it.
So there is no
That's it.
vague
I'm crying.
abstract,
I'm already crying.
What's
no
the
vague
Japanese
abstract
art
description of the
arranging?
object before we put the water in our mouths.
Pardon me.
What about vaping?
Nothing. I don't wanna give it away.
What'd you say, Ricardo?
So no vague abstract description of the object before we drink the water and then show it.
Hang on, I need some hot wax.
No.
I'm gonna say 2 lines about mine and then drink my water and then show it. It's necessary.
Okay.
Okay.
Jason, I'm worried. Maybe you should go first.
Why
Jason?
no? Why?
No. No.
All of this is forever because it's on the internet.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
pressure.
Bless the
Okay,
people who
it's
are
over.
watching us live right now.
What
Okay.
do I have to do? What are the rules again?
You put the water. We all put the water in our mouth. Don't swallow it, and then
Okay.
you're gonna hold your object up.
Make sure I can breathe.
Okay. So
Okay.
when do we drink the water?
My item is small, so I have to hold it up here.
When she gives us
Right
a
bef-
go, I guess.
Who's going first?
Any
Shaman.
rock, paper, scissors.
Let's do Shaman, Ricardo, me, and then Jacqueline.
I don't like you
Word.
being boss.
She is the boss, though.
I
And
know.
that's
but-
Ricardo. That's Ricardo's fault.
Or we can do ladies first, me
Okay.
and Jacqueline, and
Oh,
then
God.
No, I'm just giving you a hard time. You know I'm going to do what you say. I just
Okay.
bitch about it sometimes.
So we have to take a drink of water, keep it in our mouth, and then Jason's going to show us his item. Are you ready?
Okay. I'm
Ready.
going to lose my own.
and you can't mute yourself.
Mm-hmm. So I needed to
I
wax.
made it.
I
mean-
made it.
Yeah.
I had to swallow. It was starting to get juicy in there. Oh my God,
Oh,
Jason.
it's breaking apart.
It's breaking apart.
What the fuck is that?
What is
so,
it?
okay. So this
What was it when it was alive?
Okay, this was breakfast in case we went long.
Oh, it's a banana.
And this is I don't know. And I already dropped the blue stone that I hot waxed in the
This
middle
could
of
get
it.
weird, guys. Yeah, 100%, Tammy.
And so I was doing the Japanese art of flower arrangement with what I had at hand. And you told me I had to make you laugh, so I had to make it a little schlongish in nature.
It was the banana for me.
Schlongish.
Yeah.
Schlongish.
I mean, you know, Shakespeare taught us if you're forced into a laugh, you know.
Show a
go with-
penis.
Now I feel terrible because my object, although it has proven of great utility, has none of the art.
Oh.
That sounds like a me
Easy.
problem.
Jason's gonna eat his object. Oh, my glasses are fogging up, y'all.
Great source of potassium. Great
Mm.
source.
Okay, Ricardo, it's your turn. Do, 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 do. Okay, I'm taking another sip
Mine
of water.
feels a little.
Oh, we got to do it again? Okay.
Yeah, we do. Tammy says she would love to know how we met. Tammy, well, we already said, but we'll let you know after.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
I made it.
I survived, but it took some aerobics. If he would have torn it in half and put a hole in it and opened it back up and put his finger through it and called it redneck toilet paper, then he would have lost me.
Well, I was just needing some tissue for my face. That's what I need.
Here.
Oh God. Oh,
Thank
Now,
you.
see,
ridiculous.
now you tear the corner and then you open it back up and you stick your finger through and you go, here's redneck toilet paper when you're out camping with people.
Brutal.
Yeah, I had rude adults in my life. Can you tell?
So as you could see, it is indeed of great utility, but it has no artistic graphics.
It was very well presented, though. That was quite artistically demonstrated.
Nice
I was
demonstration.
inspired by the air hostesses.
A simple artifact involving the nether regions
air
of the human
hostess.
body and a bodily daily function presented cleanly and austerely by Padre. It was very funny, man.
Yes.
That's the formula.
There it is. That Portuguese humor.
He's a straight man. I mean, I've told him from the beginning, he's a straight man.
Simple sayings
Comedy duo.
makes
Indeed.
humanity,
Oh,
which
boy.
makes the Romans
All right.
barbarians.
Work into your strengths.
Is it my turn?
We had boats.
Yeah, go ahead.
We did have boats.
Later we had boats.
It's CGI.
That's like real life GI.
Right?
I think it's SGI.
Can I steal that from a new nickname?
It's Shaman GI.
Yes.
All right, Jacqueline.
Oh my
Okay, now
God.
we had two
Round
objects.
3.
We had
Okay.
some magic because, as you can see, the banana has disappeared.
So I will just say the object I chose, the first time I saw it, I almost peed myself because it's real and you could purchase it. And as everyone knows, I work in an auction and I've seen everything. Okay. But I'd never seen anything like this because I'm in Canada. So when I found this, like it literally dropped me to the floor. It just struck me as so funny. And it's one of the favorite, like random objects I've ever found at the auction. And it's just one of those little things like you find it in a box from an estate, like it's just in there and it's random. So,
Did you know that Canada has a whole real place called Regina?
damn straight. We also have a dildo. Just so everyone knows, there's a dildo Newfoundland,
Well,
a city.
I
bless
did
the
not.
Lord.
I'm glad it came out. I learned new
And in
facts
Germany,
about
you have
Canada
the
every
village.
day.
You have the village of fuck.
Let's move there.
How do they spell it?
Great place.
How do they spell it?
Exactly as in English,
For real? Huh.
for real.
I mean, etymologically, there's a word for you.
And another one is called-
Etymologically,
Yeah.
etymologically speaking, I am always interested in that. That's crazy. All right. What are you doing with that straw, young lady?
I'm waiting to take a drink.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, the banana reappeared.
I didn't know we were. Here we go. I gotta do water.
Mm. Mm?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
Mhm.
Mm.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mm.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
President Badass, y'all.
Who is that?
Who's the
It's
president?
Bush.
I can't. That's what I
Oh
was. I can't see who it is.
Oh, there he
It's an
is.
actual artifact, is where she's going. This is an actual
Yes.
artifact.
And you could
Imagine
buy
if that
it.
is found.
You could buy it at
Found.
republicanstuff.com.
You know what?
Someone bought this.
How Jacqueline this is as she was prepping, I almost said, "This is comedy, not an actual artifact, Jacqueline."
Well,
And look, it's
I'm
an
a
artifact.
nerd,
That's
Sarah.
awesome. No, it's incredible that somebody actually printed that
Somebody bought that.
when he
President
was
Badass.
on the
He paid money for it and said, "Oh yeah, I like that.
I need to get me one of those.
That's what I'm missing in life is this."
Do you have those?
Get me some of that.
Those small cars in fairs that are connected to the wire on top, and you crash them.
Oh, bumper cars.
Bumper cars. Yeah, I wouldn't put him drive a bumper car, let alone a plane.
That's President Badass right there.
Now watch this drive.
You can put this here right on your t-shirt.
Yeah.
All right?
You can rep your favorite candidate.
It's fucking amazing.
I
Like
do want
you could buy this on republicanstuff.com. It's incredible to me.
it's still so.
It's like the moment the internet reached its pinnacle. Like,
And thanks to this, they already sold another 100.
President Badass.
Right.
Mission
No
accomplished.
affiliation, and they do not sponsor this.
No.
Not at all. I just found that amazing. Like we don't have that kind of political stuff in Canada, so it just tickled me when I found it. I thought, is this for real? Like this is real.
I think that leads us right into our question. Sarah still has to ask all of us.
Which is?
Well, I'm not getting a flip flop.
Oh, okay. Sarah, you have to show your item. Okay, I'm taking a sip of water, Sarah.
I learned my lesson. I look at Jacqueline trying to trick me into getting a flip flop to the head. Sister, can you see? Yep. Mm-hmm. Watch this. I'm going to get mom to throw a flip flop at him. Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me.
I'll get you.
Fool me again. No, I was trying to. That's a Bush reference because remember when Bush did that on camera? Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on. You're not going to fool me again. It's true, though. That's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ready?
All right, last one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's getting on my mic. It was getting on my mic, man. Sorry, I'm out. It's on my screen.
Oh,
it's
shit.
literally on the screen.
I remember I saw videos of those online, like shorts on YouTube of like the toy like taking off into the street and the child
Into the
running after
fire.
it.
Yeah.
So I've had it, and at first I'm sitting there thinking, I mean, I've had those things. I've played with them. So at first
Yeah.
I'm sitting there thinking, yeah, you don't have me. But then
You
instantly
have-
my brain saw that she was going to pull it, and I know what those things do. And I saw her shelf behind her, and because I knew I was about to see a
ready to
weed
risk
eater
it
go
all.
through all that. That delicately as that cardinal was
Oh,
coming
boy.
down back there, y'all.
I was
So
ready
yeah,
to risk it
bravo.
all.
You did.
Oh,
Bravo.
Oh,
I've seen those things
I
in
just
action.
I'm just sorry that he didn't put it working
Oh, how do I
beneath the
wipe off my
camera,
screen?
so we just saw it pass flying up.
There's a really
If
bad
you
joke
muted
in here.
yourself and it just came up on it.
I was banking on the sound of it.
Listen, FBI, I'm taking tissue to my screen because Sarah made me laugh. Okay, this is nothing you can use against me later. All right.
My bad. And
Relax.
I'm looking for some tissue too. I need it because I've been laughing so hard. I'm
Oh,
crying.
I've already gone through
I don't want
two.
to wipe it. I don't want to wipe it on my shirt.
Yeah, geez,
Ah.
yeah, you got me with that future vision of your shelf coming down as soon as I saw that trigger. Oh man. I was like, whoops. My mouth just wanted to open to say, no, fatherly advice outside. It's all like in slow mo, Those things are.
Have you seen that family?
I have a lot of time flying that thing.
Right.
I'm not sure how much money they do with it, but they probably are living out of it. They are constantly like two brothers, a male and a female, and the father. I don't remember ever seeing the mother, and they keep placing traps like balloons full of something that looks like milk, right? And then they wait hours and they shoot through a straw or something.
Like a dart?
Yeah, to blow the balloon and fill them in recording, right? And they make a
like
living out of this.
They make a living out of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
What?
the laugh
These prank
of the
couples.
father is just priceless. It's very good. The laugh, it's something you don't see the full short because I immediately take the shorts out, but it's enough enough to get that laugh, and that's what they do. They
We're in the
prank
wrong business,
themselves.
y'all.
Yeah, they prank themselves.
We're in the wrong business.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
It's better than PewDiePie
Sarah,
or whatever.
do you
his name.
remember when we made a sensational short? It wasn't even sensational. The short was like complete me on high level nerdy, but the title was sensational. And we had like the whole corner of the internet that knows about that research come and attack us. How dare you?
JamesFitzJames.com.
JamesFitzJames.com.
Like, how you gonna be JamesFitzJames.com and show up and try to check me? Like, there's a whole thing of like James Fitzjames LARPers out there, and they
Yeah.
are mad. And like, I had
They're
no
mad
idea.
at us for covering
Two
the
of them
Franklin
showed up.
expedition on the news.
2 of them showed up.
Yes.
Sarah, how
How
is
you
your
gonna be
battery?
James
Because you're
Fitzjames?
delayed.
The corners of reality, which we knew not of, which universe
red.
Unveiled is unplugging for us here
Mm-mm.
with the James Fitzgerald LARPers. I didn't know. I knew there were vampire LARPers. But I did not know.
Oh my god. Yeah, they came for us. There was like a
He
whole
was so mad.
a whole thread on X telling us how horrible we were for talking about because they were cannibals. They ended up eating each other. Touchy subject, sure. But that's what happened.
You
Even once.
Yeah.
you really do cover the spectrum, ladies, from the James Fitzgerald LARPers attacking you to head excavator of Göbekli Tepe, the oldest known builded thing here upon the earth here
That we know of.
that we know of.
Yeah.
That some
But
of them
we've
know of,
dated.
anyway.
Still things
yeah.
we can't date.
That's a wide spectrum of enemies.
Yeah, we do cover lots of stuff. Well, Sarah and I each kind of have like our own little corner of interests, right? So generally, and we never designed it that way. It just happened that way that we each kind of just had our topics that we cover and they just are complementary to each other by not being similar. So, yeah.
They really are. I mean, it's perfect. It truly
Like
is.
in the beginning, we used to be like pretty adamant about like telling each other like, "Oh, this is my news story. This is," because we were afraid that maybe one of us was going to cover the same thing. So we show up and like We both give the same. Look, there's two Sarahs.
I was wondering who was going to try that feature first.
But it never happened. So now we don't even like beforehand. We don't even contact each other. We just
I
show up
was
for the news.
I was going to do that to show the splatter on my screen, but I'm not in studio. I'm glad you pulled it up. The chemistry between you two, as you're pointing out, Jacqueline, has watching it bloom, and watching you two just be able to hop on and flow. I'm telling you, I went to acting school. I used to direct. Right, people don't pick these things up this quickly. They just don't, and on their own with no guidance because they had it within them. Your chemistry is yeah, it's been brilliant to
It's
watch.
100% Sarah and I. And I will say, I always said from the beginning, like, I'm not a scripted type person. I can't be scripted.
Right.
So if it's not my own words and my own time, like it just comes out so disingenuous. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
I do. Yeah.
and I pick up on things like that from other people straight away. So I don't want to be perceived that way.
Yeah.
So everything I say just comes out of my mouth, and you know what? Consequence be damned half the time.
Right.
But I mean, once Sarah and I found our groove, like which we did pretty quickly, and I just said, I can't do the scripted thing.
Yeah.
I need candid, I need raw, I need real. If we fuck it up completely, like all the better actually. Like when shit goes awry, I kind of like it because it's real life. Like we're real people. It's not a high production television show. I'm sitting in my living room. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah. And I
Same.
think that's when you get the most,
Dining room.
yeah, that's when you get the most out of people, right?
It is. It is. While Sarah plays with tech, I remember when you guys were like my first experience at this whole game, and even then, I what got me through it and what got me relaxed in with you was you telling me just that. It was like, man, we don't know scripting, we're just in
Yeah,
the
just
moment and we
yeah.
just go with what's in the moment. And I was like,
Like we
oh.
have an idea of what we want to cover,
That
sure.
that was my question, and you put
Yeah.
me right at ease. And Sarah, while she is, guys, what Sarah's doing, she's playing with tech. Riverside lets you do two screens if you're in the studio and play on phones. But Sarah, I've gotta say, like, I'm just gonna say it, guys, we do this, of course, at our own expense,
Hmm.
whether that's at the institute, in some things, or like, like I'm paying for my own shit over here. I know y'all pay for all of your own shit, all your props, right? Everything,
Mhm.
I mean, not your props, your, the stuff you need, your microphone, your
Yeah.
computer, your services, right? All right. And then your
But
time, right?
UU has a buy me a coffee. So if
Yeah,
anybody's interested
absolutely.
in helping out, you can go to the
I have to be
institute.
dead honest with you. We do have that, and we've had that for a long time. But Sarah, we really don't push it. So no one
Yeah.
has actually bought us a coffee. But
Yeah.
like, like we get like
You don't push it,
we don't push it because it's not really what we're here for. Like it sounds super mega cheesy, but like 80% of me is here of my own accord and my own interest, and to hang out with my best gal. I get to hang out with Sarah, we get to have a couple of jokes, like, and that's the most of it for me. But the rest of it is because we're just really passionate about the institute and
Right.
what that is becoming. And so it kind of gives us an outlet for our interests, but also with purpose. You know what I mean? Like that's the payment to me. So we
Purpose.
really don't push like we
Purpose.
have merch and stuff. Like I have my UU shirt on. This is the only one in the whole world because I'm the only one that bought one. But like to us, it's not really about that
I want the
necessarily.
screenshot of Lee Claire on the back. Okay. I want Lee Claire's calling
I
you
do want
absolutely
that.
abhorrent. I want
I
the
want
screenshot
to
on
We
the back.
had Boats t-shirt too. In the future you will see us expand in that department, but
No, but this is a fault that we all go through in the institute because the institute has a very good uh, articles store created
mhm,
by
George.
George
Yeah.
Sakalaris at yorgosdesigns.com. But we have books, we have puzzles of ancient maps, we have clothing, top
We do.
quality hats, but we don't advertise it, so we keep
It's
forgetting it. So
it's true. I mean, you guys, it's so true. you know.
Because it's difficult because I'm not here on the grift.
Everybody's in
I'm just
exactly.
not. I'm just not.
Everybody's in it for personal reasons, right? And
Yeah.
and Jacqueline, you're so great. You keep pulling it back to the institute as a whole, but I what I was gonna just quickly say about my first encounter, to make it personal about you two and how why I was saying we are doing this all for free. And yes, we mean the whole institute, but on a personal level, I remember that, with my interview with you guys where I had mentioned, Luna, and we talked for a moment about my dog who'd passed,
Mhm.
right? Now Sarah. Now I since know Sarah's life, and I know, it's like all the rest of ours, right?
Mhm.
She's just
Mhm.
talking shit. And Sarah does this editing job where she goes
Mhm.
and she gets old pictures of Luna, right? And she, God, Lord knows how much time that took. I didn't know how long she'd been at it, right? But I do now. And she put that in there sort of unbeknownst to me, right? Because she just read from the interview, hey, this means a lot to this dude,
Mhm.
let me take a minute of my time, right? And I've seen that throughout. I've seen her, with Heather Arnold go to great effort, right, to
For
make
sure.
the giants in the intro,
She
right?
does. Yeah.
And when you realize who Sarah is, what her life is away from this, and that
Uh-huh.
there's no producer, and there's just Sarah,
Yeah.
and she's doing it for free at
And
cost.
honestly, like a typical week for me is like I kind of know when Sarah has downtime to spend time on these things because she'll often be sending me stuff like, okay, here's a short. I'm pushing out a short for this. I'm doing that. Like she sends everything to me
Right.
as she's putting it on to because she looks after the X for the most part and she uploads to the YouTube. You know what I mean? After everything's already done, I go and spread it elsewhere. But she's already done all this editing work. So,
Yeah.
like, this girl is at this most days of the week. Like, I know that she probably is looking at it at some point every single day of the week. You know what I mean? For this or that. So, all the editing, all the creation, all the like artistic direction,
Yep.
Sarah will say to me, "What do you think of this?" And not like, what do you mean? What do I think of this? Like, I couldn't possibly think of something cooler. So, like, just roll with your idea because, like, I just give
That's
her
my
carte blanche.
Ricardo. That's my
Yeah.
Ricardo.
I just give her
Yeah.
carte blanche because she always comes up with such fabulous graphics and ideas and directions. And
Mhm.
she'll say to me, she always like disclaims herself and says, I don't know, this just kind of popped into my head, but what do you think? I'm like, the fuck? Like, this girl thinks of better things like first thing in the morning than I do all week. You know what I mean? Like, so she's just one of those creative
I
minds.
don't think.
There you go. Think long,
That's
think
it.
wrong,
Think
right?
long. That's it.
Right?
That's it.
Yeah.
Think long, think wrong.
It's like
And
Yeah.
Ricardo. I don't think.
she'll
It's
send you a
just there.
picture of some painting, with like a question mark, like, and you're
Like
looking
if
at it
you
going,
need editing, if you
where
need
did that come from? Oh,
cleaning
I just
something
painted
up,
it.
or you need perfection, or you need like organization, I'm your girl. Like hands down, I'm your girl. I can archive like a motherfucker, but I can't like I just don't have that creative spark like at the forefront. I have to dig a lot deeper and it takes a lot longer for me to get there. So we just in that way, it's such a blessing. Like we complement each other quite well.
You
Yeah.
do. You
Like this
do.
girl can't fill in a date on a calendar so that we know when we have interviews, but she can create like nobody's business.
That's true.
It is
That's
true.
true.
No, she places the dates on the calendar.
But on the wrong days often.
It's a start. It's a start.
It's in the calendar, Jacqueline. Leave me alone.
That goes back to the inside of her
What?
life. There's loads going on.
Mhm.
And not only all of that,
Whoopsie.
that you girls have grown with this year, you said social media. I remember your trials that you've already aced in social media. You guys had Dan Richards on, and
Mhm.
man, the attacks from the
I thought that was
establishment.
fun. I loved
You
that.
you did, but I remember Sarah having a different reaction.
Yeah, she was a
And
little overwhelmed by it. And then
part
that's
of
when I realized like, okay, like I need to be pay more attention because
yeah,
all of the X notifications go to her. So I had to start making sure that I'm checking on all the UU posts. Like when somebody comes for us, like I need to be there to help her swing, right?
right,
So
right.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it definitely it
I thought it
helped.
Yeah,
was
that was
fun.
It held me back too because Sarah was giving me feedback the whole time on how
Yeah.
all of a sudden it's blow. What is wrong with these
So
people?
any kind of weirdness or like any kind of random post that
Well,
people comment on our stuff, I will immediately try to comment. That way, after that, everything comes to my notifications as well.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah, we have to keep in mind that there are people in extreme degrees of being perturbed.
of course.
Right?
We can look at
And
Ricardo's face while he says that.
Straight man.
they are perturbed,
Naturally.
right? They have
Yes.
serious issues, and most of them aren't aware that they are the ones with the issues, and not those that they are projecting their own frustrations
See.
and
Sure.
hate of
amen.
themselves, right?
Amen. Yeah.
So, and these people apparently has nothing else to do. Like in the other day, a guy came up and said, I won't watch you. I won't watch it unless you follow me.
Okay,
Just shut
dude.
the fuck up.
Dude,
See,
fuck that guy.
yeah, for real.
Fuck that guy.
Ricardo gets highly offended at anyone that comes for us. He does not like it. He's not a
I
fan.
yeah, it's
Because it's nothing constructive. If you have
No.
nothing to say, keep your mouth shut.
Mm,
Right?
Mhm.
yeah.
Especially if you have any sort of power or influence.
You can make a critic, but if the critic provides some betterment
Something
to
meaningful,
whatever
yeah.
that is we're doing.
Yeah.
If all you have to say is completely meaningless, just keep it to yourself. Right?
hmm
Find something else to do. Find a hammer. Put your
Like
hand in
these
front of
people
it.
who are just random and just kind of pop in, those people don't bother me. It's when someone, I wouldn't say it bothers me. It's just I get maybe more a little more invested in the psychology of like why why do people act that way? You know what I mean? Like I am so
Trauma.
freaking busy. You know what I mean? Like I don't.
No.
It never occurs to me to go online and comment some of the ways that you see people. Like I have shit to
I-
do. You know what I
Right.
mean?
That's the thing. And then you
Yeah.
realize, like, you think you're in a playground, right? Like, I'll have fun with it sometimes, sort of like Dan Richards' methodology, but, I may not go as far as he does. But for a minute, it's like, oh, they want to have fun, okay, it's like in the playground. But then you take a break and you see, you reach a point where they're taking it personal and they're getting mad and they're insulting. And then your brain goes, wait a minute,
Yeah.
this is a scientist.
Right? You're supposed to know better. But
not a
they're
s-
just
it's
people, right? It's just
it's
people.
just people.
Yeah.
They are
And
not.
it just
They are
it
not
just
different
being
because
online.
a
Exactly.
person is not different because he's a priest, a Buddhist,
Sure.
or a politician or a doctor. They are still human with all its
person.
flaws, and unfortunately, some of them are not aware of those flaws. Right?
Are any of
So
us aware of our flaws?
no,
Really,
I mean,
truly.
I mean those that affect others,
I'm
particularly,
aware.
right?
Now,
Because we
whether
are
or
all
not I
flawed.
care,
We are all flawed.
Jeez.
It's what I was saying the other day. There is unfortunately an extreme lack of sense of propriety,
Hmm.
of manners, of education, of understanding of the other, of
Yes, but to me,
empathy.
in a way, I'm kind of grateful for people who are like that because it speaks to me in words that you don't need to say. Do you know what I mean? In ways, so you don't have to say words. I understand who you are, what you are, and where you're kind of coming from, and whether or not we're in any way going to be able to communicate by the things that you say. Do you know
most
what I mean?
people
Like
aren't
people
like
give them
that.
know them by their fruits, right, Jason?
You know them by their fruits. Idle hands are
Yeah.
a devil's playground.
Yes.
And I probably
Yeah.
leads into Sarah's question she asked us maybe, but I was talking with my friend before we went on, and I was giving her the question too and seeing what she had to say back. And the line of questioning that sort of then pops in my mind is, if I'm honest, and it's kind of personal, but then it's not, when I realize we've all gone through it, is realizing that things are not what you thought they were in a sort of overall sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like when you operate from a place of, like we do, of sort of moral, I guess, right, normal, like none of us have the same necessarily beliefs or whatever, but we all, I know and have seen, act from sort of the same place, right? Like if the whole world acted like us, everything be okay, nobody be getting blown up, and everybody kind of do their own
Sure.
thing, and right, okay. And so you have a tendency to then assume and just sort of
Right.
place upon the rest of human beings that same
Other
thing.
people think that way, and
Yes.
that's not the case. Yeah.
So you can easily move through much of life just sort of giving experts, scientists, people in government, doctors, whoever it is, other humans out there, just the guy next to you, the cop on the beat, or your neighbor, right? It doesn't matter. You assume they're operating from that same place you are for a very long time. It's just so much easier, right? Than putting in any thought into it possibly being otherwise.
Mhm.
But I think all that we've been through, in the past, whatever, 10 years, our lifetime, that we all joke and evidence about, like with these archaeologists that jump on y'all just because of who you talk to and stuff, but or people telling you to take a shot that might kill you. I mean, we see it in all spectrums. This
Sure.
idea that we're not, that everybody out there is not operating under these same motives, and in fact operating under motives that you cannot yourself comprehend, right? That is a very jarring and shocking sort of.
Well, I think that I comprehend it. I just don't choose to engage. Like I'm like, oh, okay, you're one of them. I
Right.
tend to be dismissive if
Yeah.
I'm being truthful. Yeah.
But personally for me, right, like it was a jarring moment when I had to like come to full grips with myself
Yeah.
that out there is shit. It's right. It is kind of like it says in the Bible,
Yeah.
evil's in control here, right? Like just absorbing that personally is quite the shake, when you naturally see a world that's full of beauty, that's full of love, right, that's full
Mhm.
of laughter. Yes, there's pain and there's hurt, but we and you, if you are a person who naturally sees these things, right, and who
Mhm.
realizes what a joyous and wonderful place this is, as Ricardo, this is always one of his arguments, right? But you then realize that you are confronted with the fact that so many humans don't operate under that reality,
Right.
and that is very jarring, and that personal experience I had, and I that was in my mind for Sarah's question, and I kind of wanted to lead us there because it looks like her stuff is dying on her.
Sarah, how you holding up, girl?
So I'm managing. My computer stopped charging. It
Oh.
only stops charging when, like, I don't have my camera or my mic plugged into it right now, but when I went in the Riverside studio, it immediately stopped charging.
Really?
The transformer doesn't provide enough electricity, so
We
for the
have chat
consumption is
asking, so what is this and why we're here, and if
This
I
is our
missed, yeah.
podcast 1-year anniversary birthday. So thanks for hanging out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have been a podcast for 1 year. I hope my audio isn't too bad right now.
It's not horrific.
Y'all, I have
You're
a
not
new
going to like it
computer
when you
coming
watch it
tomorrow.
back, but it's not terrible.
I know I'm trying to just shut up and let my other computer charge. It's halfway there already.
It's all right. It's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right.
It'll be all right.
Sarah, what was your idea for the history?
To let everyone share a piece of history that we thought was concrete that has changed in our lifetime. Or
Okay.
whatever you're feeling in your soul.
Whatever you're feeling in your soul. See? I love that she always adds stuff like that at the end.
I love it too.
Yeah.
like the other guy. Don't say those things, man. Not now.
It gives one permission to be oneself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is no me. I don't exist.
Don't get all philosophical on us now.
Yeah, right. Unemployed philosophers here.
I don't have a flip flop, but I got a paper towel barrel, and I
There
can
you
hit
go.
you over the head with it.
Okay, I'll start. And mine isn't necessarily something we have to like wax poetic on for too long, but I think just the, and you know what I'm gonna say, just the
Give me
long
a second, because
held
I need a biscuit. Okay.
a biscuit and some cheese.
And some cheese.
Shit was making me hungry. I need some biscuits.
For the audience, we were reading from the DeSoto Chronicles last night on the Shaman and the Philosopher, and we were reading about the links Hernando went to when he ran out of food and he wanted biscuits and cheese. He sent 30 lancers through a mile-wide swamp and then left them.
Bastard. The bastard.
Now I
Oh,
have my biscuits.
oh, he's got his biscuit now. Yep. Ricardo likes biscuits.
Mm.
Who doesn't? I mean, be honest.
Okay, so I thought I was brainstorming this, and I feel like I don't want to take anyone's topic. So if it is anyone's topic, we can jointly speak on it. But I just thought of the idea that Columbus was the first to the Americas because we had boats, bitches.
Yeah.
We had boats. So, like when I was a kid, that's what you did read in a history book, right? I went to, I was born in 82. I'm 44 years old. So, when
We
I was
had
in
boats.
school, you pick up like any kind of history textbook through like elementary, middle school, and into high school. And maybe those textbooks were like a little bit old. Some of the textbooks I went to school with were like actually from the 70s and stuff, but the 80s and surely like 90s editions were like the new because I graduated high school in the year 2000. So when you would read these textbooks, it was straight up that Columbus got on a boat one day and just came over here and was like, God damn. You know what I mean? And that is, and even though the audacity of that story is like up here, they still just straight face told that story and doubled down. If you were like, really? Like, there was, what about the people that you found when you got here? Like, you could not question it. There was no like, they were like, yeah, there was a couple people here living in teepees. That's what the textbook says, right? So, that's the one that I thought of that in my lifetime, and maybe it has to do with getting older and expanding my research and being more independent in my thought and finding different resources and digging and digging and digging to find information outside of the mainstream textbook narrative,
Yeah.
because I'm sure there's still textbooks all around in schools sitting on shelves that say that Columbus was the first European to hang out in
As
the Americas.
nation, we just redeclared it this past year.
I
Even
know.
dedicated a
Yes.
statue.
Yeah. Which is something. I mean, but if you actually have read anything in that regard after you graduate high school or your publicly funded indoctrination camp, um then you know that that's not true, right? So for me, that was one that stood out for sure. And like we have so many examples of multiple cultures coming from different directions and coming to the Americas from both directions, not just across the
Right.
Atlantic, right? Like, and they were taking the long way too, y'all. Like they took the long way. So yeah, that's the one that stands out for me in my lifetime. And I never get tired of talking about it. And every time I find a news story that's related to it or I can relate something back to it in any way, I make sure I do, just to remind people.
It's
We
a
had boats.
powerful one.
We had boats, girl.
Yeah.
Like
Let's not
everyone
forget
had
that
boats. We didn't just have boats like that. We had tons of boats, different boats. Every culture that lived near water had freaking boats.
and
You know?
Columbus
And we had
didn't
the
even
same mental capacities as we
Mhm.
have now.
maybe more. We are pretty dumb
Maybe
right now.
more. We didn't have
Yeah.
cell phones doing their thing.
Yeah.
You know, but
I
yeah,
just want to point
we
out
had
that
boats.
Columbus never even saw the American continent.
Right.
Dot, 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 dot,
Dun,
dot.
dun, dun, dun.
And that should be the first point.
Yeah.
How did he discover it if he never saw it?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep,
Right?
yep. And for it to be so strongly, as you said, preached to us as absolute, right?
Yeah.
Another conversation I was having this morning was like these books, man. Like we come up in school, and the way it was put to me is like we think everything's been found and everything's in these books, right?
insane.
And then you operate. I did for a couple of years, sort of under that, confident
Doo-doo-doo.
umbrella, right? It's all in books, except for
100%.
The
maybe
science
Yeah.
is settled.
right?
Thank God for that. I don't have to think about it anymore.
I just went to school for years. There were lots of books, and trust me, it's
Yeah.
in there,
Yeah.
Why
and
are
that
all these people
mentality, man.
studying science?
right?
What
What
for if it's
for?
already settled?
It's already
Right.
settled.
Yeah.
And it is crazy how those propaganda institutions, as you put them, educate you
Hmm.
to operate under that assumption, and it's so dangerous, and part of what props up the matrix, as we all call it now.
Sure. Because it doesn't matter, like if you go and you look at if you look at it in the broader sense, like you really can't point the finger at any one specific corner of the institution, right? It
Right.
it takes it takes a village essentially
It
to do
does.
this, and they all like
It
lean on
does.
each other's shoulders, and everyone plays a part, and it's like whose fault is it? It's not entirely clear to me who.
No.
You know what I mean? I recognize it in the individuals when I encounter them. Like, okay. So, and you can't even fault people like the average person who doesn't know any better. So if you're like a mathematician, you're not out here spending time reading history like a
Right.
stupid nerd like me. You know what I mean? Like you're
Right.
just not. Like if you're into something else, if you're doing something else with your life that's outside of the historical realm, you're not gonna you just don't know that shit, right? You're not getting
You,
exposed to it. So
you just accept the
you're
narrative.
busy. I'm busy. I get it. I don't know shit about math. So you do math, I do
I saw
history.
it in television. I
That's right.
saw it.
So they get fed this and they're like, okay, that's good. I'm glad somebody, and Sarah actually and I actually say this all the time when we're talking about big ideas, like she's talking about stuff about space. I'm like, wow, you know what? I'm so glad somebody's doing that because I don't know dick about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you can't even fault the average person who is kind of
No.
inside that realm because why shouldn't you be able
They
to trust the
keep you busy on
institutions,
purpose.
right?
Keep you busy on purpose, Jacqueline, so you don't have
Yeah.
time to think about it. So you don't have time to
Well,
research
that's another
or
Yep.
factor, bro. That's
go
another
and
factor, right?
you invent a whole society based around a job that keeps you busy your
It's
entire
the
life until
grounding.
it's too late for you
Yeah.
to be effective at changing anything.
Yeah. Fuck it all. Burn it
Yeah,
to the ground.
I
Burn it
Yeah.
no
down.
Burn it
no.
down.
We're gonna go sit by a waterfall, but it is not anybody's fault if it burns of its own accord, which is what most systems like this tend to do, like the Ouroboros, the snake that eats its own tail. At some
Yes.
point, all of these false mechanisms end up consuming themselves.
Yes. What did I read something that I wrote down. Sometimes little things pop in my head and I just write them down. And I always like the saying, if an argument can't stand up to questioning, perhaps the position and the person proclaiming it are weak.
Hmm. Hmm.
So,
It seems
That's
basic.
yeah. So I always think about that.
Lies,
I used to
lies
love to argue
are
with people or debate, right? Let's call it debate, not necessarily argue. But I used to love to debate because the school system taught me like I was on debate team and you know what I mean? Like
it was an
you
art.
yeah, there is an art to it
They
and
taught you
and
an
an
art.
ancient art at that, right?
Yeah.
Which I admire. I admire it for that sake, but this day and age it's difficult to uphold those standards of debate because it just
Doesn't exist. The art has been
very
lost.
few, right? There's
I-
very few.
If I may,
If
it
I
is it is the debate that
He said it.
creates knowledge. It doesn't valid because it was on
Oh,
purpose, but it is the debate that brings science forward.
It is. It
it
is.
is. I
It's
agree
not
with
the
you.
analysis of an individual that get to a result. He needs to debate it. It needs to be contradicted. It needs to be verified.
You got to
And
get to the truth, right?
right. And I would say that one of the things I'm going to draw it back to IFNP as I do. But one of the things that stood out for me very quickly was that the people that were involved are the type of people that I can say my piece to. And even if they wholeheartedly disagree, they'll still listen and properly debate it. And I would say that that trickles down from Ricardo because Ricardo is that way. And you guys, I see you guys doing that all the time. Y'all disagree with like everything. Right? Yeah.
A lot of stuff, but not the core stuff, right? Just like you two ladies,
I
you've
think
got
it's not a disagreement. Is a difference of perspective
Perspective, yeah.
related to the context that we experience during our lives. So
When a human being realizes that there are realities that are beyond words, right, Ricardo? That there are things that words, then if you put a word to it, you're still not quite nailing that reality. So when you're able to operate there, then you can realize that I might use a word and you might use a word, but if I watch you know them by their fruits, right, then
Mhm.
I might see that your word is like my word, and I can see that you can find these commonalities so much easier. But you just got to do that, right? You just got to simply do that.
Jason, I just want to say, every single day of my life since I met you, I think of those phrases, and it's because of you. Think long, think wrong, because I'm a long thinker, and I'm like, God damn it, Jason's right. Thinking too long, girl. You're thinking wrong. And know them by their fruits. It's just a very nice, polite, kind way of summing up the bullshit I see in other people, and just accepting that that's how people are. So
And learning that
thoughts
lies require bullshit to prop up, truth does not, right?
that's right. Yeah, yeah.
thoughts are like art. There are many ways of represent art in many different
Yes.
styles and aspects, right?
Hmm.
And they are all artists, especially for thinking about painters. They are all painters. If they are conceptual artists, they are all conceptual artists. If they are abstract artists, they are all abstract, and they all speaking apparently different languages, but they are all saying the same thing from within, which is different for each one of them, but it's still the same thing. It still comes from the source. It's still a flow, right? And I think that's what people miss, is by using an artificial thought process, which is not natural, doesn't allow us to really experience what is to be open to any idea,
Yes.
to the fact that there are no rights and wrongs, right? it's
Mm.
it's it's duality and the law of opposites at the same time, right? And all leads to unity. So it's complicated. So that's why, if we are in a state of flow, which brought us the best inventions, the best art, the best music, the best poetry, the best literature, right? It's that sense of flow. It's not a constant critic analysis of what I'm doing, right?
Mm.
Because it will be good, but it will be very narrow,
Trying to
right?
Mhm.
grab hold of it in some way,
And
make it
all of us are
yours.
carrying like a grain, a grain of sand on the beach, and we are thinking, oh, I know the universe, right? and, and,
True.
and, and that's the problem. We need all other people to speak about their grain, right or wrong, it's their interpretation, but then we'll be introduced to that grain too.
True.
What you have to have, and what I've found in this group, right, is people that know that know yourselves, right? Like once you at least know yourself and you're comfortable with yourself, whatever that means to you, right? You then are able to move forward in a group and go, listen, nothing's going to hit me at a personal level, first of all, and nothing's
Right.
gonna shake what I know about me, right? So once that's solid and we're square and we're all on that level, right, then I can trust that I can be open. And I can trust that there's a chance that Ricardo is gonna, as he's educated me on so much, there's a chance that something he's gonna hit me with is gonna, if I'm open and trusting, because I know I can't shake me and he can't shake him, we're all solid together, then I have a chance for growth, right? And he has a chance for growth, and we all, that's when what he's talking about, this sort of symbiotic group of people who operate under their own agency, right,
Yes.
who have their own sense of agency. Once
That's an
you then,
important factor. Yeah.
that's where I'm trying to get, right. And once you have those people trying to sort of symbiosis the whole deal together, then that's when this magic happens, this alchemy, of all these
Well,
things
it's
that
a
we
it's
are.
just honestly, it's like just a level of, there's no um other way to really say it other than it's just a level of understanding and maturity that it's all right for other people to be what they are in the face of what you are, and it doesn't change who you are.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? There's no threat there. Like people who are constantly under
No, there's
threat,
an
I don't
opportunity
get
for
that.
growth. There's an
Yes.
opportunity for growth.
Right. Yeah.
Change is the only constant and growth the only objective. Been saying that for
Sarah,
years.
what you got going on, girl? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm just looking at my computer over here, seeing if I'm gonna be able to
This fucking
use
computer has
that
been
again.
fussing her. It's been fussing her.
New
Dude,
one goes up tomorrow. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
I want to
Yeah.
office space this current one that I have, like take it out back and just feed it with a bat. Get Jacqueline to help me because she's equally annoyed with it, I'm sure.
Well, I
Hunter
just feel
Hunter
I'm
bad
over
Thompson
this damn
because
computer.
firearm.
It's not
I know that it's just like the bane of her life. She
the
needs that
problem.
computer to work properly.
The problem, Sarah, I'm sure it's not the computer. I had the
Oh.
same problem with my computer, right? And it's the fact that with age or time, computers need more and more power. So the transformer that you're buying is correct for your computer, but it's not enough, right? So
Mm.
I went and looked and asked a guy for luck and told him, is there any limit of power that I can buy a transformer for my computer? Or can I put a very high level of power related to what he actually needs? And he said, no, you can buy whatever you want because it will only take that what he needs.
Right.
So I have about 30 watts more powerful, the transformer, than what my computer actually needs. And it's never had a problem ever since. It can charge whatever is connected. And that's what I had. It couldn't charge.
Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm.
As soon as we start editing video or something, it's gone. You can't accept more.
Oh, that's your excuse. Okay.
Yeah.
The the Columbus one was an excellent point, Jake Wills. I think that was a big one for me. And it's been thanks to Ricardo and thanks to all the people he's introduced me to,
Mhm.
and just like you, learning just how much is ignored in order to push that narrative was very, very eye opening personally.
Yeah.
Um, it's a shame that they're still trying to convince much of us that it's still the case.
Yeah. Well, it's like a full-time job, right?
It
Discerning
is.
because the stories that were told, and I will purposely choose that word. Excuse me. The stories that were told, they have a vein of truth in them. Do you know what I mean?
Sure,
That
sure,
motherfucker did come to America.
sure.
Of course he did.
Well,
Or, not to America, to the Americas.
To the other side of the water, to a little
Yep.
spit of land.
He
Yeah.
was like a prolific explorer. Like, not to take any credit away from the guy. He did that during a time
yeah.
when
Yeah.
that was not the common life for the average
No,
person or
not
even for
easy.
the
Not easy.
no.
Human trafficker and mutilator too, and he'd cut off
I
their feet so
mean,
the sex slaves couldn't run away. I mean, he
I
was,
mean,
he was
he
into a
was
lot.
What?
something. He was
Yeah.
something, but you know, like, and that's the thing, me in particular, I'm not offended by history. Okay, so yeah, he was all those things, but I can accept that and move forward because we, as a society, don't think it's cool to go to another country and cut people's feet off anymore, do we? Are we still doing that? I'll leave that there.
Well,
But
yeah. I mean, actually, we've moved on now, and we sort of
right,
gone the
so
whole
like not to
cities.
take anything away from Columbus, but that
Yeah.
is not how that shit went down.
We managed to move what was a terrible reality into an obscure reality and
And obscure,
minimize.
that's right. We do that shit behind closed doors
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Columbus went
Right.
back home in
We don't make
chains.
it into a holiday, that's for damn
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Why is it a holiday when and his own contemporaries brought him back home in chains and thought he was a horrible human
Yeah.
being?
Well, I mean, it's just like that's the thing. Like I do that unseen Wednesday post, right? Every Wednesday. So I sometimes have to be careful about how close, like, history is like from last week. History is 10 years ago. History is 50 years, 100 years. So I purposely choose like ancient history because you have to be as you get closer to the modern day, people have more like weird ideas about what actually happened surrounding that history, right? It's easier to propagandize something that actually happened like 100 years ago versus something that happened 1,000 years ago. There's more contention around ideas that are closer to our current day. And so something like 1492 is not that long ago in the grand
Right.
scheme of things, but it's just outside the realm where people can like lay down any truth about it. You know what I mean? We leave it up to interpretation, or they just count on the fact that most
All of
people
it is.
don't have access to the information about what actually happened. They're not going to go read the chronicles, if you will. right?
Look, we're watching history get read the chronicles right. Go to the first-hand accounts. Get as close as you
Even
can.
then,
To your note,
the
we're watching
victor the victor
the victor. Right
leaves the
now in real
score, right?
time, Jacqueline, in real time, we are watching history being so rewritten, no one knows what's actually happening, right?
Yeah,
Like no one can actually tell you what's happening in Iran. No one actually knows what's up in Ukraine and why,
right.
right? These things are these narratives are flipping on us right now every day in
Sure,
real time.
sure.
What makes us think that what was written down 100 years ago is so solid that
Yeah,
we understand the world completely by
yeah.
what
I
was
get
written down
it.
because what was written in one newspaper today is completely different than what was written in the same newspaper today about the
Yeah,
exact same thing, you
I
know?
always say that to Sarah. Like, I get so like okay, like flabbergasted by people who are like, "Go read the book." Oh,
I
okay.
know.
Who wrote that book? Who published that book? Like, who's
Right?
making money off the sales of that book?
Who
Like
paid
all of
for that
these,
book to be made?
yeah, all of
Where
these factors are
where
important
did
to
he get his
consider.
information?
Like, I can't
I'm out
stand
here,
someone who
reality.
says, like, "Oh, but I read the book." Okay, listen, calm down there.
Congratulations.
And we all know people who say that, right?
Right?
It just cracks me up when people are like, "Yeah, but I read the book." Yeah, okay. I've read a lot of fucking books. Most of them are fiction, okay? You're like, yeah.
It's
Just
true. It's true. And when you it
Fiction used
prevents
to be
you from
history.
finding new things too, right? Like my own personal story arc, guys. I started finding shit like you can see behind me, and I can go, okay, a human being touched this shit. Okay, Mother
yeah.
Nature did not, right? And I can go ask just about anybody who's read enough books to get a piece of paper that said they read a bunch of books, and
Mhm.
you flashing when they go, no, that's not an artifact. Well,
Yeah.
okay, but what do you call the thing that touched human hands? Oh no, it's pareidoia, or they block you,
Sure.
because you experience this whole personal. If it's not in a book, if it hasn't been recorded yet, then guess what? It's not real because we found everything. And how fucking damaging is that to the
Yeah.
next generation? How damaging is that to my kid and their ability to engage with reality and find what's really here,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
books.
being in school and like you just read, right? Read, read, read. And when you get to the end of your degree and you get your degree, you fucking earn that shit because they have read you to death. Okay?
Yeah.
You will have read yourself to death. But
And written
that's the
about the
thing.
writing and analyzed the writing and
Yeah,
memorized the
that's the
whole
thing
MLA system for how you document all the writings that you're writing about.
that you're writing about. Reading books about how to write about writing. Yes, I've done
Whole
it.
courses on it.
Yes. So, but you know what I mean? Like, imagine that you go forward into the world and say, "God damn, I've got it all under wraps now. I know everything about this topic."
Yeah.
And
Well, you
you're
certainly
somehow
know
an
how to.
authority on that.
You
Yeah.
You
certainly
should
know.
be able you should be taught like there should be more critical thinking involved in these deliveries of education because
There
just because
should
you read a goddamn book it doesn't mean that you know what happened. You know one person's
Yes.
account of what
Yes.
happened, right?
Yes.
Or they're what they want you to think you know about that account, what they would prefer for you to know about that account.
They're isolating you from reality, right? You're reading their account of reality,
Right.
and you're getting isolated from reality. I call education often expensive isolation from reality, right? For that
Yeah.
very reason, as I again I encountered, right? I start finding things around here, and you want to go to somebody, and they go, "It's not in the book," and I go, "Okay, well, did anybody come here before writing the book? Did
Right.
somebody come here before? Have they explored here? And you just get, well, it's in America." It's like, no,
America. America. Yeah.
motherfucker. And once you find so many things that are right here, right around neighborhoods, being built over, right, you start to realize that, man, it's everywhere, it's all over, and
Mhm.
anybody that wants to tell you it's in a book is eventually part of the problem, and part of their own problem.
Yeah.
But it goes back to how can you blame them, because the structure was invented so that they would stay in those books and they would not get out and engage with their reality, and they would not learn what's really going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it goes beyond that because although, as Jacqueline well said,
Computer's
they
back.
they they read you to death. I
I don't.
They read you to death.
They read you
They
to death. Yes.
Yeah, they also control exactly how you write, because if you don't write as
Yes.
they want you to write, then they don't even read it. But
Sarah, mute yourself, girl.
What the hell are you doing there?
It's so loud.
She's back.
so while they agree on the many lies of history, or the many times history ignores facts that would add or change that history, right? They agree on that, but they can't agree how to write. So every university you go, you'll have a different protocol on how you have to write your paper. And it got to a point, right, where the common citizen can't read it, because
Yeah.
it's like encoded the way it is, right? It's too academic, it's too exaggerated, to a lack of meaning and more on protocol,
Mhm.
right? So and
And you have
that
to pay to access that information
Oh,
in most cases.
it's just
Lord,
ridiculous. And then they get
Lord,
to a point where you write something and they tell
take my
you,
money.
well, you didn't gave double space lines, right? They don't care about what you write, they
Right?
just care about how you write it. And it has
Yeah,
to
yeah.
be, I don't know you, dude. How the hell did I know that you wanted
So
double space lines?
I got a
Seriously.
paper. I got a
Because there's
paper
a
back.
course on it. And if you
Yeah.
went to their schools and were part of their cult, you would have learned that lesson and you would know how to write like them so they know you're in their cult, man.
I was going to be an English, like an English
Like
classics
the Mason's secret
major,
handshake.
and I sent a paper in, and they sent it back to me, and I failed it, even though I put a lot into the content of the paper. She failed me on the paper because of really arbitrary, like editing mistakes, and they were just very minimal. Let's just say that, because I'm pretty rigorous. However, she failed me because she thought that the mistakes that I made in formatting were more important than the content, which she had requested that I write a paper about a very specific topic, which I had done. But she didn't comment on the content. She failed my paper. Refused to mark my paper is actually what I got back. A refusal to mark until I corrected the mistakes.
What a
So I
bitch.
switched, yeah, I switched out of English, and that's when I moved into anthropology. Luckily at the time most of the classes that I had already undergone apply to my new major, but yeah, I'm like, "You know what? I'm fucking out of here." you you people are, I love stuff like that too. I love editing. I love anything like that. Very into it, but I was like, "I hate you. I cannot deal with
Yeah,
people
that's
like you for the
insufferable.
rest of my
Yeah,
life."
that's insufferable.
It is insufferable. Like, girl, do you know how much I paid for you to send that paper back to me? Like, I'm out of here. Yeah. I don't have time for this. This is my second time through post secondary. Okay. I'm not playing this game. Yeah. Brutal.
Whose turn is the piece of history?
It's your turn.
Your turn. Yeah,
You've
your
been
turn.
absentee.
'Cause I,
So give it.
I know. I was like, I didn't want to talk too much with my mic sounding like crap because I hate it. I hate when the audio sounds like crap. Mine's been popping lately too, so it's okay. So I picked some little mind bending stuff that flipped our whole picture of the cosmos. So since I was born in 1989, you guys. So do the math. Pretty much every astronomer and physics textbook told the same story that the universe is expanding. And we've known that since Edwin Hubble in the 1920s. But that expansion must be slowing down, right?
Hmm.
It made perfect sense. Gravity pulls everything together. So after the Big Bang, all that matter and dark matter should be acting like a giant brake pedal on the expansion. Depending on how much stuff was out there, cosmologists thought the universe might eventually stop expanding, maybe even collapse in like a big crunch. No one expected it to speed up. So that would be like throwing a ball in the air and watching it accelerate away off into space instead of coming back down. So it seemed impossible without some weird new force. So fast forward to 1998, which is the year your mama tried to skate. If anybody knows the rest of that rhyme, put it in the chat. Two rival teams of astronomers were studying distant exploding stars. And they're incredibly useful because these stars exploded at almost the same brightness every time. So it was like a reliable standard candles for measuring cosmic distances.
Mm.
So the team expected the faraway supernova, which we see as they were billions of years ago, to look a certain way if the expansion had been slowing down. So the universe back then should have been expanding faster than it is now. So the distant objects would appear brighter and closer than the simple model predicted. So instead, they were dimmer and they were further away, and the data kept saying the same uncomfortable thing, that the expansion of the universe is accelerating. It's going faster now. So the discovery was so shocking that when the results came out, many scientists were skeptical, but the two teams checked and double checked and triple checked the evidence held up. In 2011, three of the lead researchers on this won the Nobel Prize in physics for it. So that's something that we found out in my lifetime that I think that's pretty colossal.
But
It is
what does it
colossal.
mean?
What does it
What does it all
mean?
mean, Basil?
It means
It
their house
flips.
is growing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it means we're infinite. Like,
Yeah.
once you get out there, space gets weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So we thought that was a
I
fundamental truth, that gravity would eventually win and slow everything down. It turned
Yes.
out to be wrong on the largest scale possible.
Like the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I find it easy to understand or to visualize that the universe keeps expanding. What I can't
Yes.
visualize is where is it expanding on?
Right. Like the infinite trips me the fuck out.
If it is
right?
expanding, yeah, if it is expanding, it must have a point where it starts or ends, whatever you want to call it,
Right.
right?
Mm.
Because it is expanding, right?
Right. So how?
So if it is expanding in what medium? What is it
Where?
in? Right?
Unless you have an observer, is anything even there?
Oh
I
God,
mean,
Jason.
I mean, look, the little slit particles, baby.
right,
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
fucking right.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it could be a computer server, and the shit only renders when somebody's there looking at it.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
it's much easier to explain it as a simulation
Where I come
than
from,
as
we
a
say,
reality.
"Is the bear shit in the woods?"
If a tree
Does
falls
he?
in the woods and no one hears it, does it make a noise?
I mean, when I'm in my game, and I'm outside a building playing Skyrim or whatever, the inside of the building is not there on the hard
Yeah,
drive
until you
until
go
I
in.
go in it. It doesn't render it.
God damn. Yeah.
We
Split.
thought we knew that. We didn't.
Yeah. Nope.
Right.
I don't
And
know that I
so-
do. I still do not. You know what I mean?
It's not completely settled. Like, there's
Mhm.
still questions, and like some recent surveys and data from the dark energy spectroscopic instrument have hinted that dark energy might be getting weaker over time. So
Okay.
they're attributing all of this to like dark energy and it making up the majority of the space.
Is dark energy
around
the same
us.
as dark matter?
Not
Yeah,
exactly.
dark
No.
matter.
No, not exactly.
Okay, not exactly. Because I heard recently that dark matter they thought could potentially be gravity seeping in from another dimension
Well,
instead of
the
what
great
I
Yeah.
thought it was.
the great thing is they call it dark energy for the same reason they call the other one dark matter.
It's unknown.
They call it dark because they don't know what it is. Right? And they
Right.
refuse to accept that it's plasma or energy in a primal form that can't be detected by our senses yet. We detect his influence, but we can't detect what is causing that influence, right?
Right.
And because dark matter has absorbed billions of dollars in the last decades to find absolutely nothing because it doesn't exist, right?
So dark
And they are
matter is a
now
Ponzi
starting.
scheme.
They are now starting to call it dark energy. So that
Yeah.
there is a small.
So they can funnel more money.
They're changing it because dark energy, we can't deny it because there is something there that is causing and affecting what's around it. They just don't know what it is, and they call it dark, right? And people make this hype around that, but that's all it means. We don't know what it is. Well, probably it's plasma, but they don't want to accept that.
Can you imagine the first government official that heard that? Hang on, wait a minute. There's a thing that doesn't exist that can't ever be found, but it's out there and we could keep looking for it. Yes, sir. Okay. Hey, listen.
Every
Send the
dollar
check.
I have.
Do you need? How much
the
do you
check.
need?
What do I need to put on the spreadsheet for it to look real?
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
No one will ever contradict us.
Well, it makes up 68 to 70% of the total energy in the universe.
Yeah.
So, like ordinary matter, like you and me and stars and planets, is only about 5%. The rest is like dark matter and shit.
Yeah,
Wild.
but everything we observe in the universe can be considered fractal, from planets and their moons to the solar systems, to the galaxies, to the cluster of galaxies, to the quasars, and so on and so forth, right? So even the universe must be considered to be as fractal as everything it contains, which means there will be multiple universes, right? And so how do they exist in how does it all exist at the same time? Is it really a holographic scenario which each universe is in a different frequency, so they can be occupy the same space or sometimes overlap without us noticing? Is that the cause of so many paranormal phenomena, that's at certain points, at certain times, places that are in conjunction together create
Quantum
some kind of a
entanglement.
breach
Quantum
between the 2
entanglement
points?
tells us that
Yeah.
space,
So,
that space
bec-
is an illusion, man. That,
'cause-
that what we call distance in space isn't actually real, because if one photon can experience an alteration to one it's quantumly entangled with, that photon could be a billion light years away, and
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
instantaneously,
If the frequency is the same, there is no distance between the 2 points.
right. Right. Space is actually distances.
That's why I don't believe in
all connected.
spaceships,
We're all
because you don't
connected.
need them.
I don't believe in spaceships.
You don't need them.
Reality
don't.
says you shouldn't need them. Reality tells us that whatever the word reality gets even a little loopy at this point, but
what
that
I'm-
space and distance itself does not exist. That everything can be connected instantaneously outside of what we can count as time.
Sure.
Which, by the way, what are we counting? I mean, a clock's a sense of measurement. What the fuck is it actually measuring?
It doesn't exist.
Time's a
Time is
man-made
human
construct.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Like I was just thinking about the blue moon and the fact that it's called that because we have 2 full moons this month, but it doesn't actually mean anything. There's still 13 full moons in a year. Like the
Right.
whole concept of a blue moon is a man-made construct
Exactly.
because time is a man-made construct.
Yep.
The
And,
only thing that
a few hundred years
exists.
ago, we skipped 2 weeks because they just wanted to change calendars. So actually, no day is what it really
Weird.
is. I mean, it's
That's
so
weird. That's
The
weird.
only- the only way
You can
to s-
thank. Who was it? Wasn't it?
I forget now. I
Caesar?
forget. Isn't 1500s or is the
Was it Caesar?
Gregorian calendar and
Augustus. Probably Augustus.
I'm pretty sure it's
Augustus.
Roman.
Augustus?
I'm pretty sure.
Who was it,
Augustus'
Chat?
ass.
I'm pretty sure it was Caesar, wasn't it? Because he wanted to name a month after him or some shit.
The only
The
reality
Julian
about
calendar.
The Julian. There we go.
Yeah, the Julian. The only reality that exists about time is that time can only be measured by the time it takes you to go through a distance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
So-
what? You know what time I want
It's
back?
always now.
All the
We
time I
invented
spent
clocks, so we
going
knew when to
to
meet
and
stuff.
at and coming home from work. I want all that back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rue just woke up. Rue,
I
thanks for
lived to
coming to our
140.
birthday party.
Yeah. Good
Happy
morning.
birthday,
early.
Universe Unveiled. 1 year. Rue's been there since like the beginning.
Yeah, he has.
He has.
We love Rue.
We do. He's been
We had
spreading the
Rue,
news and spreading the word about us, not just us, but you guys and a lot of the stuff that
Whole
comes out
community.
of IFNP. Yeah.
Brian
and the whole,
Corey
the,
He's
Dodd,
an
the whole
asset.
broader community as well. Yeah.
Amy WC, 8 Young Stitches. We had somebody new I haven't seen around. Reason Up 11. I don't know if you guys know who that is.
I don't
Miss
know who that
CMS,
is.
Robert Smith.
I think that's some
80.
of Occult Rejects people.
Nice.
it?
Nick shared us out.
Welcome.
Nice.
Thank you, cousin Nicholas.
Shout out to cousin Nicholas.
Yeah.
We're gonna
shout
be
out
on
to-
with cousin
Nick.
Nicholas here soon.
yeah, we're gonna go visit Nick over at Occult Rejects.
Well, tell him.
Looking
you know,
forward to that.
I've been waiting for months now. We gotta go do something with all this video he filmed down here with me. Every time
Oh
we see
yeah.
each
You
other in
know how he
person,
likes to sit on footage.
every time we see each other in person, it's, hey, we gotta do this, and then it's
Yeah.
like, hey,
Yeah.
and we see each other in person again. Hey,
Too
we
much,
gotta
too
do.
much, too
I
much, too
feel
much.
like Nick is like up to his ears. Like that man is prolific. He's
I don't know how he does
Yeah.
it,
doing
but
podcasts like every day. He's got all these guests.
I don't know how
He's
he
busy.
even knows what's going
I
on
don't
in the
think
Yeah.
world,
I don't think he
like
sleeps.
outside of. I know,
Yeah, he's busy.
He doesn't need. He speaks to so many people of so different
right?
aspects. He's more
Like if I
informed than
didn't
most.
imagine, okay, imagine if you were out in the world. Like Jason, I know you've seen cousin Nicholas in real life, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Imagine if you were out in the world and you saw him. Like I'd be like, is that Nick? Because I wouldn't recognize him without with the headphones and like him sitting at that chair smoking a cigarette, right? That's cousin Nicholas to me.
He was exactly what I expected. I guess maybe because I've traveled to that, his part of the world and all
Mhm.
that, and he'd even lived in, and we talked about he lived in New York, so he was exactly what I expected.
Yeah.
What I was surprised by was he took his shoes off when I took my shoes off out in the middle of nowhere in the woods.
When in Rome, bro.
Yeah, he was
Oh, the
filming. And he,
Tenderfoot tribe.
yeah,
Yeah.
just that's it, tenderfoot, old pussfoot.
Oh, pussfoot. Oh, that's funny.
So who's next?
Yeah,
It's
my
you,
battery's
Ricardo.
not gonna hold up.
Give it, give it,
Let's
give
do,
it. Go
let's
quick.
do Padre. Go, go, go.
Okay, I'll try to be quick.
Mhm.
I've been bouncing about this, but I think with graphics it will be easier to understand of our misconception. So
Oh,
what
I know what he's
need
gonna
I'm
is
very intrigued.
window.
I'm betting $50 with myself. Let's see if I win.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I just
Let me get
doubled
up
my
in here.
money.
I owe you. I owe me.
So, very quickly, this
Mm.
is the geocentric cosmos. So,
Mhm.
Aristotle in the 4th century BC said, at the center, then, we find Earth, and all heavy things move naturally around it. Toward it. This was not merely an opinion. For nearly 2,000 years, it formed part of the intellectual foundation of natural philosophy. Then we have Claudius Ptolemy, 2nd century AD. And in the introduction to the Almagest, he treated Earth's central position as a demonstrable fact rather than a hypothesis. A paraphrase faithful to his position would be, the Earth occupies the middle place in the heavens and remains motionless. And for centuries, this was considered settled knowledge.
Hmm.
So we have, to Aristotle, Ptolemy, and generations of scholars, the Earth's central position was not speculation. It was a conclusion supported by observation, logic, and philosophy. The heavens themselves appear to testify its truth. This is how easy it is for us to make wrong conclusions out direct observations. So now let's move to where we are at the moment. And this is the heliocentric revolution. Started with Nicolaus Copernicus in 1543, and from the Relutinobus Orbiens Coelestium, maybe, he says, in the middle of all sits the sun. A simple sentence that overturned nearly 2 millennia of cosmology. Millennia? Millennia. That's the
Mm.
correct way. So we have Galileo Galilei in 1632 that tells us that the Earth moves and it's not the center of the universe, a statement that would bring him into conflict with powerful authorities. Then we have Johannes Kepler in 1609 that taught us that the machinery of the heavens is not like a divine organism, but like a clockwork, which I don't see any difference at all, besides the point that they want to make it and create what is now ruling science that is called materialism. This was the beginning of the downfall of science and the scientific process. The universe was becoming a mechanical system governed by laws rather than perfect celestial spheres. 78 years later, Isaac Newton in 1687 wrote, I deduced that the forces which keep the planets in their orbits must be reciprocally as the squares of their distance from the centers about which they revolve, which is the law of the square of the distance, which is the gravity equation that we use. So Newton's work gave heliocentrism a mathematical foundation that appeared unassailable. Was it? This is the second time the science has settled for these matters, because by the 18th century the question seems settled once again. The Earth orbits the Sun, gravity explains the planets, and the machinery of the cosmos has been revealed. So let's now look at what is actually closer to the truth. That is this.
Hmm.
Modern scientists are generally far more cautious than their predecessors, so they won't move as quickly as they did before, saying, now this is the correct way. And so, after centuries of scientific revolutions, absolute declarations have become less common. Yet, we can still find statements expressing strong confidence. So, we have Simon Newcomb in the late 19th century that said, we are probably nearing the limit of all we can know about astronomy. Late 19th century. History would prove otherwise, because within decades of this quote, we have relativity arriving. We had galaxies beyond the Milky Way were discovered. The expanding universe was revealed, the same that just Sarah just pointed out. Black holes became accepted, which they weren't. The scam of dark matter emerged, and dark energy was discovered. So in 1917, we have Albert Einstein, the great Albert Einstein, that originally introduced the cosmological constant because of his belief that, and I quote, the universe is static.
Hmm.
However, soon afterward, observations revealed an expanding universe. Even Einstein's revolutionary framework required revision. So 12 years later, as Sarah pointed out, we have Edwin Hubble in 1929 that, after observing the recessions of galaxies, said the nebulae are all receding from us. Where are they going? A discovery that transformed cosmology forever. So the lesson here is not that scientists are foolish. Rather, each generation works with the best evidence available. What changes is not our desire for truth, but the horizon from which we view it.
Hmm.
So, in a conclusion, what we have here is, to Aristotle, the earth stands at the center of everything. To Copernicus, in the middle of all sits the sun. And with modern astronomy, the sun itself races around the galaxy. So, there you have it. Three statements, three eras, three certainties, each one expanding the horizon of the last. If history teaches us anything, is that knowledge is impossible. It is that every generation mistakes the edge of understanding for the edge of reality.
Hmm.
And that's it. I did it as fast as I could. And
Very
Sarah,
good.
Bravo.
The only thing I will add,
Yeah.
Ricardo, is that Aristotle gets a lot of credit for an idea that Aristarchus of Samos came up with
exactly.
in 310 BC. And
Yeah.
he was the first to actually propose the heliocentric model.
Yeah, but Aristarchus of Samos is not known for this because they attribute to him the first exact measure of the circumference of the Earth by using
Sure,
the shadow between a staff and a well in a place distance way,
sure.
calculated that. So they
As was
is
all
not,
covered in my very first Unseen Wednesday.
yeah. So that's why they use Aristotle for the heliocentric movement, because he's the one
Yeah.
that widely was more
Expanded
known
on
for
expanded on the
speaking about
theory.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's not the first, nor is Aristarchus the Samos the first. When he did that experiment, he had already previous understanding from previous thinkers that probably never did the experiment, but we know
Had the
from
idea.
we know from the pyramids that they knew the dimensions of the Earth.
Of course.
It's
Yes.
mathematically encoded in that, right?
Yes.
So this image shows us that there is not one single planet orbiting the sun, not one. They're all going around in imaginary line left by the sun. But another interesting point about this is that the sun doesn't go in a straight line. Each time the planets go around, they push it with a strength of about 7 kilometers per second in either way as the planets rotate around it, and then is influenced by other stars, by other galaxies as the galaxy itself keeps moving. So it's too far complex for anyone to be able to say at any point that the science about this is settled. It isn't. We have no concrete idea of what all of this means and what this leads to. But I think it's important for us to change the paradigm that we are orbiting the sun in, as is it explained in books like this. This isn't real. It doesn't exist.
Right.
It isn't reality. Reality would be this: the sun pushing everything behind it at 230 medium kilometers per second, right? And that is not including the speed of the galaxy rotating, and that is not include the speed of the galaxy on its orbit around the other galaxies. So we are all moving at incredible speeds at this moment, and yet everything seems stable. Thank you.
And I still get stuck in traffic on my way to work. God damn it.
Yes.
Still,
God damn it.
still, and yet.
But we are all way above the speed limit.
Mm-hmm.
In several
gonna-
directions at once.
I'm gonna
on the
bring
spectrum,
that up next time I get yanked over for
right.
speeding. Next time, because it's already happened. Yeah.
The only thing that is slow and it's
Well
even
done.
advertised on the roads is children.
Slow children playing. Where?
There are parts of America, and I
That's
witnessed it.
beautiful. That's
And next time I'll
beautiful.
take a picture. But
That's
it
beautiful.
says
We also
slow
have those
children
signs.
ahead,
We also have those signs in Canada.
which I think it's very determined for that kids.
Yeah.
Why is
Girl.
everybody wearing a helmet?
Brutal.
All right. Did we wrap up? Has everybody presented? I know I kind
Yeah.
of I snuck mine in there a little bit at the front, I think. So
You did.
I would say peopling of the Americas. We'll close with that, because
Yeah,
that's what my work's in on and all the things that were really here. I think for me, that's been the.
I was
been the
also
coolest
going to
message.
bring up the idea of how we've changed our thoughts on hunter gatherers.
Oh yes.
Thank you, Gobekli Tepe. Shout out to Lee Claire.
Right. Shout out, Lee Claire. I hope you've enjoyed this 1 year celebration
Abhorrent.
of this absolutely abhorrent production known as Universe Unveiled, brought to you
seriously-
by the
That
fine
made
ladies.
my day. I was grinning from ear to ear that day. That's amazing.
The screenshots need to go on the back of the merch.
I will have to be very contested for not having the most abhorrent award in our gala.
Yeah, all that's left is to get on John Hoop's Wall of Shame.
Jason, I know you're just dying for
and
pride
we'll
of place,
send-
bro.
on.
Come on,
we'll-
Hoops.
You deserve it.
I know, right?
And we'll send emails to ask them to come and receive the award.
Exactly.
Yes.
I would happily take it in person, and I would be on my best behavior. You could give me a medal and everything, and I would turn it into quite the party for you.
No, I'm thinking actually of Lee Claire's
Like,
and
I'm not
John
even
Hoops and company for
Yeah.
them to come and
That's what I'm
receive the
saying.
award.
If they'd give it to me, like put me on their wall, I'd like go in person to receive it. I'd even sign it, man. I'd probably leave some artifacts for them too.
Invite them.
I'd give them some DeSoto medal to like put up there with it, so they could have some actual history
A
to go with all
rumper
their,
of the year. Yes.
to go with all their
Brew.
bullshit.
A
All right.
replica of the buckle.
For those that missed it at the beginning, ladies, make a wish and blow out your 1 year candle. Happy birthday to the two young ladies who I could not be happier to in any way be professionally associated with. Happy birthday to you.
To
Happy
you.
birthday to you. Happy birthday, you. Happy birthday to you.
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 Yes,
and many more.
you. On
Give it a
Channel
blow.
4
Blow out your wish.
and Scooby Doo on Channel 2
There we go.
Yay.
and Frankenstein on Channel 9.
Yeah. So thank you too for
You don't
coming
remember
to
all
hang
that?
out with us. It's as
Our
much
privilege.
it's as much your celebration as it is ours because you guys have been with us every step of the way. And it's only proper for the pod father to be here to see his little baby turn 1.
And girls, you got to do this next. Ricardo's told me that I have to talk to y'all about doing your own podcast. I can hear them laughing in the background at me.
Yeah. Sarah, let's play our
loud.
let's play our outro music. She knew what I was gonna ask for. See, this is why I love her, because she can read my mind.
I'm in here twice. Once as a guest, and I'm also on my computer as a producer.
Okay, good girl.
So I'm in there
clever.
doing the
Clever, yes. Listen, if anyone else is
I just need
wanting to have a podcast and talk about cool stuff like we get to, first thing you have to do is find yourself a Sarah. Barring that, Jason, what can they do?
If you are an independent artist, activist, a communicator, or just a general fool like those you see up here, but you believe you have information that is important to the whole, or if anything we have said about these two young ladies and what they have done for all of us has struck a chord with you, then find us, please, at the Institute of Natural Philosophy. Come join our Discord. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Happy birthday, ladies.
Yes, thank you so
Happy
much.
birthday.
Thank you, Padre.
Thank y'all so much for coming and joining the Padre and the Shaman.
Honored as always.
When's your-
Wouldn't sit with anybody else at the lunch table. Nope.
Let's just hope that in 1 year we can do this all in the same place.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I would love that. I would love that.
That's a goal worthy of setting, sir.
I'll get better every year.
So, Sarah, I want to remind everyone to catch us on our live news stream every Sunday. Usually we used to do it at 11:11, which was special, but realistically it's our day off and we like to sleep in a little bit. So we've been doing the live news special every Sunday at 1 p.m., 1:15, in and around there.
It will be 11:11 on.
You know
all the
what's
places
really
here.
funny, ladies?
Yeah.
You know how we started late today? We were supposed to start at 12 your time. Guess what time we started my time? 11:11.
11:11. This is how it
See?
is.
It always
Sarah.
works out.
It's Sarah. Yeah. And when is the next time you guys have a show?
Oh, I think we've committed to Friday to meet up again to do some more reading from the DeSoto Chronicles. I'm
Wonderful.
going to do one of my episodes with something. I've even got a local buddy of mine that went to high school with that he's maybe wanted to get on here and talk to me
Cool.
about stuff. So my own finding things within and without. I'm working on some new stuff. And
Okay.
I've got some rocks out there that I've been cleaning that I gathered at the
Okay.
Coos. So I'm going to make some videos, a bit of everything.
So you guys are gonna continue with the Shaman Philosopher reading the DeSoto
Reading
on
DeSoto.
Friday,
I
On
think
Saturday-
so, maybe sooner if Ricardo finds time in his busy schedule.
and on Saturday, as usual, you guys will have the Roundtable Chronicles. Also, one of my favorite shows. Vince Barrows, shout out to that guy, is like the most ridiculous researcher. That man doesn't sleep either. Also, honestly, follow Vince Barrows on X because he makes excellent content.
Right.
I love the stuff he's been posting. Very
He's just
informative.
discovered AI and went.
He
nuts.
just discovered AI, and I'm here for it. I think it's great. I
All his
actually have a
ideas into
bookmark.
graphics, yeah.
I actually have a bookmark on X that just says Vince, and I just keep saving all of his graphics because you just never know. It'll be handy.
I love it too because he's so innocent with his discovery. I was like, Vince, where'd you get all these? He's like, it's an app called ChatGPT.
So cute. Good for him. Good for him.
Great.
Like that's what that's there for. Someone like that.
Perfect.
So
Exactly.
yeah. So thank you everyone for hanging out with us. Thank you for visiting, talking in the chat. Thank you boys for spending time with us today. I'm sure we'll be back here again doing it all over. Sarah, I
Yes,
love
ma'am.
you. I love you.
I love you.
That's
I
my
love all
best
y'all.
gal. That's my best gal right there. And
Love you, ladies. Love you, bro. And just honored to be here and to watch all that has transpired this past year. And I'm excited because I know that with the pace I've seen you and the whole institute and all of us go under this past year is about to like triple.
Yeah. Institute's gonna pop off, and I'm here for it. I'm doing everything. We're putting everything into this, so it's gonna be good.
The PR event will be soon. I know I've been saying this for 3 or 4 months, but it will be soon.
Herding
Think
cats.
long,
We
think
are
wrong,
herding
put your
cats.
seatbelt on and hold on because here we go. Yep.
Yeah, herding cats. That's what we do. All right, y'all. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
File.
Sarah, cut the tape.
Our best future requires the truth of our past.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Amen.